You guys can still talk, don't worry. Yeah.
No.
Welcome everybody to the well, it's the 5th episode, isn't it already? Welcome to the 5th episode of Cobwebs and Dustbunnies. My name is Toki Velveteen, and today we're going to be taking a galactic journey through all sorts of fates and threads that have brought us to you. Today we're joined by a very special guest, Someone very near and dear to all of our hearts. You know her. We know her. Everyone knows her. Bring in the galactic cosmos deity being known as EN VTuber Miri.
Miri.
Pachi, 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 pachi,
Oh
pachi.
my god.
Miri.
Hi Miri, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Fucking crazy ass bitch, get out of here.
Oh, hail the Miri.
All hell.
Oh shit, she got in front of us again.
It's a show about me.
It's about Miri.
About
The
me.
Miri show.
All right, let's scoot over and give her some room, I guess.
Yeah,
Marna.
let's go.
I'm gonna just take the tip of this
I'm
table.
coming.
I like
Wait,
being right
maybe?
here, just at the tip.
How
Right at
about
the tip. No,
Miri
get
go
in the bus.
go
Get
in the middle.
Get in
Go in
here.
the middle. Go towards the middle. Go scoot.
Yeah, there you go.
scoot.
You're the
Nice,
co-host
it's nice
today.
and warm in the middle.
It is.
Yeah,
You
there
get
you
two stuffed
go.
bunnies to get snuggled up by. It's almost like Nikke, right?
Yeah.
I could be Noir. You could be Blanc, Marna.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Blanc, my love.
I'll do my best blonde.
Your best
I'll do my
moment.
best of. I'll do. Yeah, I'll have my best blonde moment.
If you want
Oh my god.
if you want to have some luck, you can
Or?
give us a kiss. I was introducing Miri to some of the Nikke girls earlier today.
Ooh.
And she's like, yeah, Blanc and Noir are kind of like my favorite now. We went through all of them, and she deemed that the rabbit girls were the best.
Great
the rabbit
taste.
girls are my favorite.
Yeah, they're
Great
really nice.
taste.
I'm sorry,
Absolutely great taste.
no deep fried Toki Nuggies Abaddon. Today, everyone, our special guest Miri is going to be doing some favors for us. And I'm not talking about her under the desk service that she was talking about a bit ago. No, get back up here.
Yamera! Yamera!
No one can even see what you're doing. Stop. Chili says hello, Miwi.
Yamera!
Hello.
Oh no,
Yes.
Aru is here.
So if you could look at these two individual props that we've got on the table today, and you think about what Miri's capable of, you'll see that today we're going to be talking about spirituality and tarot.
Wait, where's my chaos card?
Oh no.
I can't trust you with that. You'll kill someone.
That's exactly the point.
The chaos card in Isaac, if you throw it at somebody, they instantly die. So just make sure you keep your chaos cards close to your chest, everybody. Know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
No, don't keep it close to your chest. Then you will have A cups or A negative cups.
Well, we're not gonna.
Oh no.
We're not gonna circumcise our titties today.
That's what it seems like.
Kumo,
Titties visions.
Kumo, you farting?
I'm processing.
Aru said.
There's a lot of information to take
Fart.
in at the moment.
So concerned. Pain.
I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God, the pain.
I'm weak to a sudden fart joke.
Honestly, on stream, we look like a nice little family. It's very cozy with 4 people here, I gotta say.
It is. It is.
Dude made the face of a guy who just shat themselves. Did you shit yourself?
That's my secret. I'm always shitting myself.
This guy's too powerful to be part of the Avengers.
Too powerful.
But Miri, would you like to tell us about what goes into tarot? Like, what is the process of a tarot reading? Like, I don't understand it perfectly myself. And I don't think, actually, I think both me and Kumo are kind of like amateurs. We're like very
Most of my
surface level.
exposure to tarot is through Phasmophobia, where I pull all of the cards until everyone dies.
Miri,
God, that's my favorite type of game.
Ooh, nice.
they're muggles. Can you educate them?
Yes,
Oh,
please.
I thought I would scare them first by pulling all the cards in my deck until they...
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Zawarudo. With tarot, it really is a lot of studying, personally, like finding your spirituality, and that doesn't necessarily mean like your I think a lot of people tie it into religion, but it doesn't necessarily have to do with that. And same with like witchcraft and stuff like that. I think it varies person to person how close or how deeply they get into it. No?
I agree.
How does
Yeah.
it vary? Like, how deep can you get into tarot? Like, Is it like something that transforms lives, kind of leading?
No, not really. Like, a lot of people think like tarot is the end all be all. I would say tarot is best for seeking advice or guidance if you're lost. It doesn't predict the future like people think it does. It's really just like, you know, if you need help with this is how we would suggest you to do it. But, you know, it's still up to you what you decide. You don't have to listen to us.
Bro, I literally promoted the stream with a tweet that said my guest can literally see the future. Are you telling me that was a lie?
Did you just assume my ability?
Yeah, I did. I thought you were pretty good at seeing the future sometimes, so I thought maybe that was just like a power. What?
Sacrilege in the year 2023.
How can you do a tarot reading if you can't read? Fuck, you're shit out of luck, man. Get someone to read for you, like an ASL translator.
Oh my god.
Marna, what kind of experience do you have with tarot?
I actually own like 12 tarot decks.
That's a lot.
I collect them for the I fell for them for the art. Yes, I did. And one of them is, I think it's a ripoff from eBay, so that one doesn't count.
Oh
right?
no.
But I do really enjoy the artwork on a lot of them. One of my tarot. Do you pronounce it tarot or tarot?
I know everybody says it differently. I say tarot cards, but a lot of people say tarot, I've learned.
I like it hard T for some reason.
Whoa,
I think because
I'm
I'm
dropping the hard T on the stream.
Stop it! Stop it! No, I mean, yeah. So I tried reading them, and the tarot card said, "Oh no, you are not smart enough for us," and shut me out.
Wait, what? The tarot said
No.
that?
So,
I mean,
tarot cards have their own personality, so to speak. Like, one of my favorite things to do when I first get a new deck is interviewing the deck. When you interview the deck, you kind of get to know it, because each deck has its own kind of personality, especially with how it interacts with you, and sometimes even how it interacts with other people, even though it's the same deck. For me, I know some of my cards are built for different things. Like, I have a deck specifically that only wants to be read for me and not with anybody else. So I don't read anyone else with that deck anymore.
So what, they've got like energies then that sort of like resonate with people? Like, you have to find the deck that resonates with your personal energy.
Some decks can be kind of possessive.
And I've come to be aware that you're actually picking out a couple of decks for us. I got a little bit of a sneak peek into what Miri was planning for today, and there's a couple of decks that she would like to use for us individually. And would you like to tell us which ones you're going to be using? And actually, if you have pictures, that would be even better, because then I can show it on stream too.
I can do you one better. Let me see if I can get this working. This is how I set up for my stream, and I don't know if you want to stream Discord and just crop it. Let me see.
If you could technically do a Ninja link.
Ninja?
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
so
go.
you can use Ninja and use your webcam on Ninja, and then I can get the Ninja web browser. So that way it'll, I don't have to fumble with like this. I could just do Discord capture.
Send it to her.
Let me just,
Your Discord?
You can do your Discord. Yeah, I'll capture it here.
Oh shoot, hold on.
Yay.
The family.
Family.
Hi.
So you do tarot readings on stream then?
I do them once a month. I try not to do it all the time. I think that once a month is a good way to kind of catch up with people and see how they're doing, or if they need advice for the month. Like, it gives them a good milestone to shoot for.
Here we go. Oh, there she is.
I was talking about it actually on stream today, that I was thinking about doing a tarot reading stream for June where I catch up with people's half year and see how people are doing. So how the first half of the year went, how they're currently doing, and how they'll do for the end of the year.
We got a question in the chat saying, "Bro, what's the max amount of cards you can have in a deck?"
I think it's 60, but if you use the bare minimum of 40, it's usually better for like digging through your deck so that you can pull out the cards that you actually want to get a one-turn kill.
Damn.
I think it can vary deck by deck, because some of my decks are bigger than others. You know, not everyone can be a size queen, you know?
They've got pills for that.
I think like standard deck is like 70 8 cards, I believe, wasn't it?
Oh, really? That's a lot of cards.
They
If
have
it's-
like the major arcana, and then they have the minor arcana. Some have their own arcanas too. Like for example, this one has its own arcana called Soul, I think.
Oh, bro.
What is this deck actually? Can you show us what kind of deck it is?
This is actually the deck I got gifted from Papa Kumo for
Oh.
Christmas.
Ooh, the
This
Kumo
is the
deck.
Wild Unknown deck. And this deck, I'm gonna tell you, Papa Kumo, I almost gifted away, I'm so sorry, because this deck kind of scares me. It has like a scary feel to it. And
I was gonna say, I thought you traded with one of your friends because it was too spooky.
it's spooky, but my friend's like, it might be a good spooky for you. And so I kept it, but then she remembered why it made her uncomfortable. It's cause like someone she knows had this deck before, and that person is spooky. But it does have in general like spooky energy.
So wait, you're using the spooky deck on
Is there,
us
like-
right now?
Is there like trap cards? Like what makes it spooky?
What makes it spooky? It's kind of like they have very dark imagery on them. A lot of the deck can make people feel really uncomfortable, but sometimes the thing that you need to be told are uncomfortable truths. So that's what I find that this deck is good for. It's kind of like showing the uncomfortable side that maybe you don't always look at or want to look at.
Slapping you with the reality that you need, right?
Right.
Now, we were talking about that
There's
last
Papa
week.
Kumo.
Oh my god. Real Papa Kumo.
Oh, real
Papa
Kumo.
Wow,
shit.
disgusting.
Disgusting. You're beautiful, man. Shut the heck up. You got beautiful 8 hairy legs.
Oh my gosh.
I have literally
Are you
less than
Swedish?
8.
What?
What? Are you Danish? Are you European?
Me?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Oh my gosh.
Why? I'm not peeing right now.
You're
I would hope everybody peed before stream, actually.
I didn't get the chance to pee. I'm sorry.
Well,
I might have to live up to my name.
guess someone else is going to
Oh,
do some under the
no.
desk service for you. Get
Oh
the
no!
bottle.
Grab the
This is the
bottle.
worst stream.
So this deck is the one that I specifically chose for Papa Kumo because I thought it might have a connection to Papa Kumo specifically because he gifted me this deck. But also in general, I do feel like a lot of tarot is intuition. There's no right or wrong way to go about it. It's really how you interpret it. So my intuition was drawn to this deck with Papa Kumo.
Okay, so this is specifically for Papa Kumo. This is a reading specifically for him.
Yes.
Ooh, exciting. What kind of,
Oh, shucks.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kumo, before you do a tarot reading, there has to be something like a desire or a want or like a knowledge that you desire. So if
Is
you
there
can,
a question you wanted specifically?
yeah, like a question.
Ooh, interesting. I didn't know that about tarot. You know, how about this? I want to know how I can improve as a VTuber. It sounds a little bit generic, but a couple days ago I was in a pretty bad mood, and it was because it was one of those days that we all have where it's like, should I just give up? Should I just do something else?
So true! Every day, bestie.
Oh no!
Every day, bestie.
I don't know about every day, but it was one of those days.
Where you don't
So-
want to wake up.
Yeah, can the cosmos, can the tarot spirit, can the moderators tell me like what I should be doing?
So
That's a very
I
scary
can't tell
question.
you what you should be specifically doing. I can tell you, like, for example, what I would read for this is where you are now, where you will be in the future, and advice that the cards would specifically give you. So,
All right.
and whenever I pull, sometimes it's that the cards fall out, or sometimes it's just that I feel like stopping, and that's usually for me. It varies by person, but for me, I get like little tinglies in my fingers,
The
almost like
tingles.
a static feeling.
Ooh.
It kind of feels like ants. You know, like when your foot falls asleep and you just have like the rush of blood afterwards.
That's the worst
it feels
feeling.
Like that.
Oh yeah.
I would hate
It
doing
feels like
tarot.
that, but just
That's-
like
Energy.
energy.
Bro, I used to get that feeling all the time at work because I would sit on the toilet for like 15 minutes. I'm very
You
familiar
know
with
you're
the
not
tingles.
supposed to do that.
Supposed to? Who said?
I read so. Never mind. It's explicit.
That's why I shit standing up, so my legs don't go numb.
I was eating Taco Bell. No, I ate nothing. I was eating nothing, and sometimes I would get just like rabbit pellets. It wasn't even like a 15-minute poop.
Oh my gosh.
Also, Aru wants to know how to do the gritty, so we'll have to ask the tarot how to do the gritty.
How to do the gritty.
How to do the
oh
gritty.
My God.
I don't know what the gritty is.
Whip that gritty.
I don't think you whip a gritty, actually.
You don't?
No.
How do you? What is a gritty?
All right. Just pretend it's a new Fortnite dance.
What the?
Yeah.
Like flossing? I thought flossing is what you do with your teeth.
No, darling. That's what you do with your ass after you poop.
Ew, don't call me darling.
Sorry, I was trying to be nice. Because you sounded really
It sounds
stupid.
condescending.
Well, you
Get
sound
off of
very
me.
dumb.
Get off of me.
Ooh, these are some
Aw.
cool looking cards.
Thank you. So, this is once again where you are right now. This is for like where you will be, and this is advice from the deck. And to be like completely transparent too, like reversals. Not everybody reads reversals, so this card is upside down for me. The Sea Serpent. The bee is upright, and the dragonfly is upright. The Sea Serpent is actually one of those cards in this specific deck that has a different suite. So some of them are by like Earth, Fire, Air. This one has a different suite called Soul. And for
Soul?
this one, this card represents healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. So this is something you want. You desire this because it gives you a feeling of like an emotional, creative outlet. Blah blah blah. So this is something that is healthy for you, but in a sense, you're kind of stuck right now. Sea Serpent, I think of a snake with this. You kind of see the imagery where it's kind of stuck in a circle. It's like you're going round and round in a circle, but you're like, it's like chasing after your own tail in a way. You're not going anywhere. That's like the feeling for you right now.
Wow, that couldn't be more accurate.
Tarot's fucking
Actually
scary,
creepy.
dude.
That's
So
really
good.
creepy.
You're so good.
That's just how I'm interpreting.
Argo has
And
the
I'm
best
of course
comments.
using a book to help me because I don't always know what everything means per se. And this is another thing. I think a lot of people get shamed when they don't know everything off the bat. And that doesn't mean that you're a bad reader, but you're learning and everything can differ. Like your interpretation of the cards might not even match the guidebook that you're given, but it's something you learn as you go. That being said, the bee, when you think of a bee, you always think of the worker bees. They're always moving, they never stop. And in a way, they kind of cater to other people because you can see like this is like a worker bee. Bees are always working for the queen. In this way, I think the queen is like the big prize that you're working on, like the big prize you want. It could be like your audience, it could be like a specific person, it could be like someone important to you. But in this way, you're working nonstop, like around the clock, because bees never stop. They're hardworking, they're earnest, but be careful because you might overwork yourself and you might need a vacation here and there. I think you need to keep in mind that it's okay to take breaks here and there, and that doesn't stifle necessarily your creative or your growth. That's something that all VTubers I think need to hear though, to be honest.
Kumo,
True.
I think there's a reason you have the bees redeem on your stream then.
Bees!
Jesus.
That might have something to do with my crippling phobia of bees, but
What? You have a phobia of bees?
oh yeah, it's horrible.
Oh my
Like
God.
I will cross the street if I see a bee in front of me, and I'll walk on the other side. It's like that. I will freeze.
Oh,
If they get
Oh my
too close to
God.
me, I just slap the fuckers.
You're right,
The bee
cousin.
redeem on my stream is like exposure therapy.
I had a cousin who was afraid of like birds, any birds that could fly outside of a cage. And there was a sparrow that flew next to us and he pushed me into the bird.
Oh my
Can you
god.
imagine?
No.
He thinks that thing is dangerous and he pushes me, his younger cousin, into the fucking bird.
Sacrifices must be made.
He sacrificed my well-being.
being.
Your
Oh,
well-being.
my well-being.
Oh my god, I hate this place.
This is exposure therapy, Papa Kumo.
True.
We've got one
But that's
last card,
that's
too.
interesting. The thing about like working hard, because that is a personality defect of mine, is to only focus on like working hard. I'm very bad about taking vacations. I haven't taken a vacation in like over a year,
Yeah, we talked
know
about
what's
it last
funny?
week too. I
couple
think.
years maybe.
You know what's funny about this too? There's a lot of circle imagery in these first two cards. With circles, it's almost like for these two, you're going in circles, like going round and round in circles, which is exactly what I said here. But even this card has a lot of circle imagery in it too. And bees are kind of like, they do the same thing day in, day out, so to speak. I feel like you're kind of stuck in a cycle in a sense. Dragonfly. So this is the advice that it's trying to give you. The way that it describes Dragonfly is master of light, illusion, and the mind. They're able to see things clearly. I think this is literally just finding the joy will help balance things out. Because when you think of triangles for me is like a balance system. It's literally like balancing, let's say like work, life, romance, or anything. Like triangles for me is finding the balance. When it comes to the dragonfly, it's supposed to be that you always see things changing. When you think of a dragonfly, it only thrives in places where the air is clear, where things are kind of like more like, how to say, it comes naturally. Do you need to address the raid? You got raided. Hi, raiders.
I was just gonna say thank you very much for the raid, Frofro. We're doing the Cobwebs and Dustbunnies podcast right now with our first guest, Miri, everybody. She's a wonderful streamer. She does tarot and spiritual readings, and she plays Isaac because I got her addicted to it. So if you guys would like to follow Miri, our guest, ENV. Oh wait, that pulled up like your emote instead.
Yay!
I tried to do like a shortcut. Is it not working? What the fuck?
Try /shoutout.
Are you using stream elements?
No, I'm using literally Twitch chat.
I mean the exclamation point SO is stream elements, right?
Oh, it is stream elements. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been kind of buggy recently.
Well,
Yeah,
thankfully
it
it came
has.
through. So if you guys enjoy Gremlin vibes, The Binding of Isaac / roguelikes, and tarot readings and arts, she does a lot of art too. She actually just finished a piece today. Go ahead and follow our one and only Miri.
Thank you. That was a very sweet shout out.
It's the most sweetness you'll ever get from me, so enjoy it.
Especially since I always call you Toki Smelvitine
Yeah, go
on
fuck
my
yourself.
channel.
Bitch.
You call him Toki? I call him Chucky.
Chucky the vampire, or not vampire.
Oh my
Chucky
God.
the what was he? Just a stupid ass doll.
Oh yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese, like the rat.
Yeah.
The rat or the doll?
The rat.
I'll leave it up to you. I'll leave it up to
I don't
you.
You're
like
a
open
FNAF
interpretation.
OC.
I'm not smart.
You're a
It's
FNAF
open.
OC.
All right, sorry to interrupt you in the middle of it. Go ahead and finish
No.
up with the dragonfly card.
Yeah, dragonfly, it basically means that it needs you to clear out your mind and find the joy in what you're doing, because finding the joy in what you're doing is ultimately going to break the cycle. Because you can see here, it's clear cut. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's clear cut. You see no roundness, like you're no longer following this cycle. You've broken the cycle. So I think that's essentially what it's telling you to do. Break the cycle, find the way to calm your mind, and the more joy that you find in streaming or in other things you do, not even just streaming, it's literally like if you find joy in your everyday aspects of life, it'll translate to streaming.
How do you feel
Damn.
about that?
My life is the plot of Dark Souls.
Do you have intense lore like Dark Souls does too? Because I like their lore.
I don't know if my lore's as intense as Dark Souls, but it's funny because it feels like that sequence and that idea of cards like feels cliche and like kind of common sense, but I also couldn't feel like it could be any more accurate. I think that makes a lot of sense, and that's really creepy too. I don't know how to handle that.
The thing with cards, I feel, is like they already say what you know. The reason why it makes sense is because you already know it. Like, this is what you have to do. It makes sense because you already know this is what you have to do. But the thing is, you're not doing it, and that's why cards kind of reinforce what you already know. It's just what you don't want to do.
Interesting.
I guess you did say
That's
it in the
kinda-
very beginning, like, cards aren't advice, they're just telling you what you need to hear.
I could see how that'd be very therapeutic too, because it forces you to like reflect on not the cards, but what they stand for, the problem that you're trying to think about anyways.
I pulled an oracle card for you just to see. Oracle cards are kind of like tarot, but they give you more of the like direct advice instead of like alluding to it. And this is telling you that it's time to take action. Maybe you might meet an Aries person or a fire sign, because Aries is a fire sign. It really just wants you to do instead of saying you're gonna do it.
Ignore.
To do what?
Snooze.
What do I do?
Do. Just do it.
Just do?
Just
do it.
do it.
Deer?
Exactly. No, it's a ram. Aries are rams.
Yeah,
Hey, when's the next new moon?
Oh wait, is there like a were deer too?
It's today. It's today.
Oh no!
Oh, it's today?
Yeah.
Crazy. This is for today then.
Breaking through my skin! Ah!
This advice might be for you to like start immediately then.
How do you
Start today.
Why do I start?
How do you start?
I'm gonna blaze up and have an existential crisis over this later.
Nice.
See, I told you this deck is like very direct. It's kind of scary. This deck has scary energy. That's why I don't usually read with this deck.
Shit was
takes a special
straightforward
person.
and to the point.
This is the most straightforward deck I have.
Did
Wow.
did the deck really just tell you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps?
Yeah.
Pretty much did.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna David Goggins this shit.
You literally listen to the man who is he is channeling his spirit into this deck, David Goggins, the man who just does it because he doesn't want to be a bitch.
Just do it.
He is the man.
Yeah, David Goggins is a motivational speaker that Kumo listens to. He indoctrinated me into him as well. And the guy literally ran these like, what are they called? What kind of the marathons? Death
Ultra
marathons?
marathons.
Ultra marathons, where he literally crapped himself because he did not want to stop.
Yeah, and he didn't have like a lot of experience running marathons. He just became hyper obsessed with like trying to fix his life. So his first ultra marathon, he ran so hard for the first time that he broke both of his feet, and then he duct taped them so he could keep running.
Oh my god.
He's somehow
my
still
God.
alive, but he really shouldn't
What
be.
the heck?
That's so
It's
intense.
crazy,
What the
bro.
heck?
Intense. That is intense.
And he also has like the
Bro.
world record for the most pull-ups. It was like 400 or 800. I can't remember. Was it
I think
800?
it was 1,000.
Was it 1,000?
Holy shit.
It was
I
non-stop
think
for like
I'd be
hours on
broken.
end. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm broken thinking about it, honestly. Like, I'm an empath now, and I'm broken.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I can never be repaired by this emotional damage.
It's okay. At least he's suffering physical damage and not emotional damage.
That's also true.
True. He just traded the type of damage.
It
You
is
know,
crazy,
you can
Marna.
pick one. There is suffering in life, and I experience both. Yay!
Yay! That's the balance in your life.
Oh, the 2 for 1.
Good deals.
What a deal.
Miri, who's gonna
Wow.
get the guillotine next? Who's gonna go on the chopping block to find their fate?
We're going across, so it is Toki.
That's me!
Cookie time.
Toki time, and
I can't
chose a
wait to
fun
learn
book
about
for
Toki's
Toki.
dark past.
This is,
You don't
I
want the
think
lore.
Toki doesn't necessarily believe in tarot. I know Toki's a skeptic, so to speak.
I am definitely I'm very wary when it comes to the mystical art of tarot reading, only because if I feel like if I put my faith into it, I'm gonna like do a trust fall, and if I fall too hard, I'm gonna, I don't know, like get the wind knocked out of me.
But it's not about like the. It's not about the. What's it called? I don't know. It's not about like believing everything 100%. It's just advice. It's kind of like no different than if someone else, like a friend, gave you advice. Or a parent, because sometimes these decks kind of parent me.
Oh man, parental trauma rising.
Exactly.
The Dex parent you?
The decks parent me. They're literally like saying, like, you know you should be doing this, and I'm like, I know, but I don't want to.
I want to stay at home and play video games.
I want to be out on my own. Oh, your screen is stuck on my side on Kumo's reading.
On Kumo's
Oh,
reading.
it is.
What?
It is actually. Her hand's not moving in that screen.
Is it good now?
Oh yeah, the Discord feed is updated,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
the stream isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, now it is.
Oh.
Now it is.
Cool.
Oh, I guess because I had to like tab back into Discord. Whoopsie daisies.
I see.
Oh, I see.
I really
But
thought we were just like sitting on the Kumo reading still.
This is for Toki's reading then.
It's Toker time.
Do you want just a general reading?
No, I can ask a question. Let me think. I didn't come to class with a good hypothesis.
You didn't come to class prepared.
No, I didn't do the.
Shame on you.
I didn't do the necessary reading. Let's see. What kind of troubles do I have?
I also use occasionally some crystals. I do have crystals. The ones that I like the most using are citrines, because that just resonates with me more. So there are certain crystals that you might be more drawn to.
They look tasty.
Ooh,
Don't
yeah, I want to put those in my mouth.
Yeah, I want to put those in my
No.
mouth.
Dude, we got the same
They're not
brain.
warheads.
I guess I've been tweeting some stuff today because I'm like low key like not flame, but I'm just so sick of all these Twitter trends that popped up out of nowhere. So how can I learn to accept people's tweets more? I don't know if that's a little general.
I don't know if it's general. It actually sounds quite specific.
That's
and I
very
think
specific.
Rather, it's kind of stems from accepting people in general more. No?
Probably does.
Let's see.
I guess specifically, like, no flame to anyone who's done it. Like, I'm sure it's fun, but I'm so tired of the Pokemon thread. Stop! This is a Pokemon checkpoint, and you are now obligated to tell me your favorite Pokemon. Like, I was very close to like drawing up a satire tweet to like mock it, but I'm like, that's a little too much. I'm sure people are having fun.
Satire tweets also do really well.
I think so too.
I don't know. You can only be a little. You can be. There's like too much cynicism you can exude, and sometimes I feel like I hit that breaching point.
You know what's funny? I feel like I've experienced the same exact problem, Toki, because I'm. You seem like a person who likes twisting trends. You're very witty. So it makes sense to me, and you're really good at shit posting. So it makes sense to me. But I have experienced that too. There's like a level of like self-deprecation that other people don't enjoy.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that there's like a conflict with like, why is this other stuff so popular? It's so.
Maybe I'm pissed off because I'm not popular. Maybe that's it. It's that ego post that I had earlier. I said, "Do you have to be an egomaniac to be a successful VTuber?" maybe I need to lean into it a little bit more.
I feel like
I think so.
you're self-therapizing, and I don't know how to ask the cards when you've kind of cracked
shit.
the code yourself.
My friends are very helpful. They're just like my friends. The cards are like my friends,
Oh my god.
or
I will
rather the vice
ask-
versa.
I think more directly, a general reading that's specific to you. Like advice for Toki, like how you feel now, advice for you, and then oh man, this is really difficult.
Sorry, I'm a shit ass.
Usually when I'm not really sure how to handle, I do a past, present, and future. So how you felt about people, how you currently feel about people, and maybe like advice to change how you feel about people.
Okay, I was worried you were gonna say how you will feel about people in the future, and I was really worried we would get like the same card 3 times.
Oh my god. Not possible, but
Lucky sevens. Ooh, let's zoom in and
Interesting.
take a look.
it's BMO.
Oh yeah, what deck are we using?
This is the Adventure Time unofficial
What?
tarot deck.
Can you show us on the screen?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the totally unofficial Adventure Time tarot deck. I actually also got gifted this deck.
Nice.
Wow, that's so cool.
That's so cool.
Unfortunately, I don't know much about Adventure Time, and I know sometimes it's better if you have more awareness or a little bit of knowledge about the deck. You don't necessarily need it because it will still read like a tarot deck, but sometimes it's good to have an idea about the characters, and that can help with like fleshing
Identifying
out
their
some of the details.
personalities and stuff like that.
Right.
Have you watched Adventure Time, Toki?
I've never watched Adventure Time in my life. No, I watched like 5 minutes of it before. That's not true.
You watched 5 minutes of it before. Was it good?
I like Jake. I think Jake, the funny dog's pretty good. I think he's a very witty young lad.
I'm coming back. Don't worry.
He's a long boy.
Marna has Marna has returned from the fourth dimension.
I think this kind of highlights what you had said before about being kind of cynical about people. You have a more balanced approach to people where instead of being one way or the other, like extreme love or hatred towards someone, you like to give them kind of the benefit of the doubt and judge them yourself. You don't like other people to tell you about them. You kind of like to figure it out yourself how you feel about them.
Which card is that, by the way?
This is the Temperance upright.
Oh,
This one has BMO on it.
Isn't BMO that skin in League of Legends?
BMO?
Yeah, the little rat with the bee costume.
I was like, I'm not familiar with all the skins anymore since I stopped playing League because
you know BMO.
Now I know.
BMO's a character in League, right?
Yeah,
but that's like B, the letter B, and then Mo. But BMO in Adventure Time, I think, is BEEMO.
No, that's BMO for League of Legends too.
Wait, really?
Yeah, BEEMO.
Any Adventure Time experts tell us how to spell BMO? Oh, I had it backwards. It's BMO in Adventure Time.
Oh, okay.
BMO.
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 What kind of character is BMO? He looks like he plays himself like a fiddle.
He's a video game, I think, like a console.
Yeah.
He's just kind of a goofy little guy, yeah, and he's got a very high-pitched voice.
He's also sometimes kind of dark, I think.
Yeah, there's like a dark undertone. It's very barely a part of the plot, but there's some dark moments.
Oh my god, everyone coming in talking about how this looks like Yu-Gi-Oh! We got Akka and Kanda and my friend Celeste earlier. What TCG is this? We're using first edition series 1. No dupes clause, so this is a all original, like no dupes clause.
No dupes.
Yeah, no dupes. Not in this deck. 6 of coins for you. So 6 of coins is kind of like how you said, like when you see other people kind of thriving or succeeding, you're kind of like, but how? Like when you see their, that's not to say like in a bad way. It's like when you said,
don't worry, I'm not gonna get offended.
I think whereas you sought balance before, things are more off balance, and I think this is especially so the more time that you spend on Twitter, because you're seeing like what other people have and what you don't, even though you feel like what they're doing is kind of like it gets lost in the sea, like it's no different than a lot of other people, so to speak. I think that the scales are more off balance now than they were before when it came to like judging people. Imbalances in personal relationships is what it can indicate. It also can indicate being jealous or envious of someone. Envious can be a little bit different than jealousy. It's not that necessarily that you want what they have, but you may be like jealous that they're where they are with what they're doing.
Oh, I get you.
And then lovers reversed. A lot of people link this with romantic relationships, but it doesn't always have to be that case. With this specifically, it may signify that if you keep going down this path, like you're gonna find that a lot of your relationships are out of sync. Because you have this view, it might bleed into your personal relationships. And I think that's kind of like what this is indicating. Like, because you're applying this to like non-serious relationships, so to speak, with like all these internet people.
These internet people.
Internet people. Then
the people in
some
my
of your
head.
more significant relationships might be affected. It's a warning more than a advice, I would say.
Like I'm like slowly teetering down the cliff, maybe. Like I'm walking on a slope, maybe.
The thing is, like, Major Arcana versus Minor Arcana, one of the major differences is that Major Arcana signifies like a major change in your life or a major situation in your life. So you're beginning and ending with something really big happening. This is a big warning because it is the lovers and not like say 5 of coins or 4 of wands. This is like forewarning you. Yeah.
How long has the coins been a card archetype? Is that a normal card archetype?
Yes, so coins, some people call them pentacles, some people call them coins. They can get called different things in different card groups.
Okay, yeah, I know pentacles. I've heard of those before.
Yes, so coins in this deck represents the pentacles. So what I'm doing now is pulling an oracle card, and I'm using the same oracle card for everyone. This is the Moonology deck. Is that the Adventure Time deck? It is! It is!
So this is like your summon deck that you're pulling out from right now. we've got the normal tributes on the field, and now we're actually gonna polymerization them and get our fusion monster.
Adjustments are required, third quarter moon. You have to change your way of viewing. Change your perspective.
Fuck! That's the worst! I hate thinking differently.
I think this is saying, like, you can't change how other people are doing or feeling or what they're doing. You can change how you feel about it, though. That's the advice.
Man, the only person you can change is yourself. That's
exactly.
the truth.
That's the only way to have control of your situation.
That is such good advice, though.
Man, I felt like mine hit too close to home.
Bro.
Anyone in the crowd feel the same way? No, just me?
That's the whole point, right?
I guess
If it doesn't hit close to home, then they must not work.
And these cards are rigged. There's no way it knows me. I want to reshuffle. Pulls the same fucking cards.
Can Mary fix my life next? True.
If you guys would like to, if Miri would like to as well, I wouldn't mind giving chat a general reading.
Sure.
After Marna's, of course, because we still have to get through Marna's.
We still have Marnia's.
Whee!
And I chose the most, like, kawaii deck for her. Of course.
I want to see it because I don't know what you chose. I'm curious.
I chose the anime tarot deck.
Oh, that's so cute!
Who's
I like
Marna?
that one.
Some abandoned stuffed doll thing.
I think
I
this
don't
does a lot
know.
of inner self-reflection, this deck.
Oh, that one's pretty.
Oh, okay, that's a
This
good
is one
idea.
of my favorite decks. This one has a lot of, like, really pretty artwork.
It really
seems
does.
really sweet, but it can still be, like, it coddles a little bit, but it's very direct still. Like, it still
I
gets to
see,
the
I
root of the
see.
issues.
I see.
Yeah, I love it.
It's gorgeous.
Oh,
Uses a lot
that's
of
so
pastels
pretty.
too. Pastels
I
are so
know.
Right?
pretty. Mm-hmm.
Marna's reading is going to say, you need to spend more money on Nikkei.
Oh my god, no.
Watch it be that
Yes,
specific.
please.
Wait, you're encouraging it?
Wait, what's do you have a question in mind, Marnia? Or I can do a general.
Can I see what a general looks like then, since you had questions from both of them?
Sure.
Thank
General reading for
you.
Marnia. No?
Yay.
You. Actually, Marnia reminds me of this jewel, the rose quartz.
Is it pinkish? It's hard to tell.
pink.
It is
It is
pinkish.
pink.
Okay.
Yay.
It's like a faint pink, which I kind of like with Marnia's color palette. It has that, like, pastel-y faded pink.
Looks
looks
delicious.
delicious.
Right, Kanda?
Don't encourage his behavior.
My fellow rock eaters.
I love eating rocks.
Just eat rock candy. What's wrong with
What
y'all?
is it called? Lithophagy
Oh my god.
Getting-
something?
getting
Wait, is this a
Lithophagy?
thing? Is there a subreddit? Hang on, is there a community of rock eaters that I can
Lithophagy?
join?
I think it's called lithophagy.
What?
Little piggy. Oh my god.
Here, I have a question
I
for
should
you.
have them. For me?
Yeah. How did you have to study this? Like, how long did it take you to be able to do readings?
Oh, I'm still studying. Honestly, you kind of learn more as you keep going, but I remember starting out when I was in airport as an officer, and I would study on the side of security work when there weren't any people. Like when it wasn't busy, I would study.
Wow.
I got
Man,
in trouble a couple
to
times.
have hobbies, you guys are great. Also, can I entertain the idea, since Miri's doing the readings for all of us, Marna, as our usual host, would you like to do the reading for the chat? I don't know if you have anything ready.
So Maria
reading?
reads differently than I do.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't read tarot cards. I read Lenormand cards.
Oh, what?
Lenormand cards. Lenormand. You know what? I'll type it
What
in
is that?
chat.
Lenormand.
Lenormand.
I've never heard of that ever in my life.
Okay.
What is a Lenormand card, Kumo?
I gotta get my doggo.
Go get
A
your dog.
Lenormand card?
Yeah. A lemon man card.
It's a dyslexic lemonade card.
So, thing about Lenormand is it's a little more like hyper focused than Terra is. So it works very well with questions, more so than generalized readings.
I see. That makes sense.
So if you have a question,
Yeah.
or I can expand, or I can like provide maybe a different facet to what Miri's readings were from earlier too.
Hey.
Or in
Provide a
fact,
facet? What does that
yeah,
mean?
like a different facet.
It's Latte. Latte's taking a peek at the cards.
I thought Latte was about to
Can-
be lithophagy too.
Oh, I was scared he was a lithophagy fan. Excuse me, Latte. I need you to.
So I don't have the fancy hand camera like Miri does, but like, were you saying, Kumo?
Can a Lenormand card tell me how to break the cycle and become a dragonfly in a triangle?
Oh sure. So let me see.
I would love the
pulling
sequel.
out 3 cards here, and so Lenormand cards are very simple to read, and this is why I thrive on them, because each card has a meaning, and it's kind of strict. You don't really deviate from the meaning. Like you can glean new things or kind of like remix them yourself, but generally not really. Not like tarot, where it's like you look at certain parts of a card or are drawn to a certain part of the card and say, this part is important to this reading. It's a lot less intuitive like that. So let's see. I have for you the Tower, the Key, and a book. Okay? So Tower in Terra is a really bad thing, but in Lenormand, it's not. It's actually just like an institution, or in this case, since we were talking about VTubers, this is a corporation. And a key is literally a key, as in it's a new opportunity, it's a new opening, and then a book is knowledge. So in generally, what I'm reading from this is that you can find inspiration. I'm guessing like YouTube videos. You want to look at tutorials or have some structure to find how to do what you're doing rather than winging it on your own. So what I would suggest is to go look up some like tutorials or get ideas from YouTube. Look at corporate VTubers that do interest you, or maybe not even corporate VTubers, like big streamers that are already companies, and go get some ideas from them. Look at videos, like draw through the videos, basically, is what I'm hearing
content.
Steal content.
here. Go get ideas. Like, come with a refreshed mind.
Wow,
I like that.
that was very straightforward and to the point.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
actionable.
It's a very action card,
God
or
damn.
like deck.
I feel bad saying this reading on stream.
Oh no!
Oh no.
It's not bad per se, but I don't want it to feel targeted towards like this collab. So basically, Marnia, you're very well-rounded. You're very
Okay.
well-rounded. That's like the world. So the world is like the completion of the whole cycle. Zero being the fool is like the beginning of a new opportunity or the beginning of a cycle when you're still just fresh getting into something. But 21, the world, this is like when you've seen everything. You can see that you're well-traveled here. You know a lot and you've grown a lot. With the Hermit in reverse, this is saying that there can be a sense of isolation in that. And I think the reason why you feel isolated despite having all this travel and all this experience, everything that you've been through to this moment is this Three of Pentacles, which is you haven't found quite like some collaboration that can fulfill you in the same way. Like other people may not be as well, like they haven't been through it in the same way that you have, and so you're having trouble necessarily finding connections to other people for that collaborative purpose. It's almost a sense of like disappointment.
Bro, do I know you?
Do I know you?
Do you know me?
She's too successful for us now, Kumo.
No.
I said I don't want to read it because I know how it can come off. It's not like it's directly relating to you guys, but just in general in life, you haven't found someone at your caliber yet that you feel like super well connected to. Like, this person understands my struggles. This person understands and has been through what I've been through. You don't have that person yet.
I agree.
Yeah,
That's why we're going to be swapping Miri and Marta from now on. So this is going to be the Cobweb, Dust Bunny, and Dragons podcast starting from next week. We're going to send her off
I
to
am
better
pretty
places.
lonely though, actually.
Baby, let's hang out more.
I know, we need to hang out more.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Last time, what dropped on your floor last time? We were supposed to hang out, but I forgot what happened.
Windex.
Oh yeah, you dropped Windex. I was like, what
I did.
Right, I can't remember if it was the
That.
Windex or the macaroni.
The macaroni was
Remember
before.
the macaroni. I was like, what the? And you ate it
She
too?
ate that shit.
Oh, I absolutely ate it.
Oh, the
it was...
floor macaroni.
The floor macaroni.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't the Windex. I'd rather you eat the floor macaroni than the Windex.
You said in
Me
that
too.
tweet that you picked out the dust. Is that
Yeah,
true?
absolutely.
Why didn't you just rinse the dust off with water?
I did. I rinsed it off, and
Okay.
then there was still some like stuff kind of floating around.
All right. But it's been boiled for safety. It's consumable.
Yeah, it was boiled and buttered, so everything went down nicely.
Nice.
Guys, I know we're called Cobwebs and Dust Bunnies, but we don't have to take it to that level. We don't need to make our food also Cobwebs and Dust Bunnies. Ugh.
I have an advice card for you.
Yay!
And this actually, I think, does relate. And this says to be bold and make the first move. I think instead of waiting for waiting for the person to come to you, you need to go out and find them. They're not gonna come to you if you just wait.
That is very pointed advice, and it is 100% me. That is 100% me. I do feel like I might come off as aloof to some people and like unapproachable, but then I'm like over here like, come on, come talk to me. I have time right now.
But no one's gonna know yet that you have
I
the
know.
time until you tell them.
Absolutely, you are 100% correct, and it's just an
Yeah.
irrational like personality trait.
No, I get it
remember,
too.
like when we first hung out, we were talking about Overwatch, and I just spontaneously invited you to play Overwatch with Miri, Heartrat, and I. And you were like, yeah, sure, let's do it. You just ended stream, and you're like, sure, I've got some time. Let's play Overwatch. It was so like spur of the moment.
She was like, hi bitches, I'm going.
Yeah,
It was exactly.
you're very, very like free spirited, like the wind, kind of.
I guess you can say that. I guess.
I think for the
That's so
moment how you
embarrassing.
feel. Hmm.
Toki, I think you like magnetically attract people who are like that with the level of chaos you bring as well.
Good. I hope I don't scare you guys away. Hope I don't repel you guys, and then you guys go get blown off in the wind again.
Grab my
I wanna-
doggo.
No, otherwise we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, this podcast is actually like the shackles on your feet. You're welcome.
The ball and
It's
chain.
actually the chain and balls.
The
It's
chain
actually
and
kind of
balls. Why'd you phrase it like that?
therapeutic. I just felt like I had to reiterate it.
The chain
No,
and
it's
balls.
very therapeutic. Like it forces me to socialize
Eat
and
my rocks.
collab a little bit too.
Don't eat my rocks.
I think it's wonderful. I like having this bit of structure in my week, even if it's one day out of the week.
Don't eat my rocks.
Oh,
The
little
faggy.
faggy.
Oh, those rocks looking mighty tasty.
Is that actually a thing on Reddit though?
It's
Rock
probably called
eaters?
Pika on Reddit, and that's like more generic. Pika?
Oh my
Pika? Pika?
P-I-C-A.
Pikachu?
Yeah. Pikachu! Pika
Oh my gosh. We captured a Pokemon.
Pika!
And I
Wow,
guess
that's like crazy good.
if we would like to, we can do one last reading, and then we can move on to the next segment of the podcast, where we're going to be talking about something very interesting. Something a little targeted, actually.
A little spicy.
It's a little
A
A little
spicy.
spicy.
Little
Miri,
spoil-
if you want to leave before the spicy, you can. Now's your exit. Now's your out.
No, we need it for the
Like-
one last reading.
We gotta
Yeah,
read.
that's
We gotta
true.
read for
Spicy
chat.
like habanero, or is it spicy like ghost pepper?
It's spicy
Habanero.
like Yeah, well, habanero's not spicy for her. She literally like dumps all forms of hot sauces into her stuff.
Nice.
I love it.
How do you survive pooping?
I just tried like I had a friend over and we just tried a bunch of different what's it called, bulldog ramen flavors. We tried the creamy carbonara, the regular cheese carbonara, and the curry bulldog ramen. It was so good.
You like the curry one the most,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
I like the curry one the most, but she likes the regular carbonara the most.
I would like to try carbonara.
Are they all spicy? Like bulldog spicy?
Yes, they're all bulldog spicy, but I think they're not as spicy as the original 2X.
Oh, the original 2X?
Yeah, there's a 2X one.
Yeah, the 2X one is the one I suffered with.
That's
I
the one
gotta do
I
that
like.
again.
The only
should
thing
do
I
that
like, I like eat for fun out of bulldog is their creamy tteokbokki.
Oh, tteokbokki. I love
I love tteokbokki. Me too.
tteokbokki. So good. Me and
Me
Marnia
too.
like tteokbokki mukbang.
Tteokbokki mukbang.
Fucking mukbang.
Stop biting me, little ankle biter, latte.
But yeah, I would say the spiciness is like a 2X probably of the next segment.
Okay,
Ooh.
If you can
I'm down.
if you can handle it, that's okay. But if you don't feel
Yeah,
comfortable,
then-
please, you may bow out at any moment.
I'm down.
Excellent, because it's a little bit of a game too.
Oh, I love games.
A little bit, just a little bit.
I love games. Embrace the spicy.
Embrace it.
Okay.
So
So
chat,
good.
we're going to get your reading next. Are we going to do a 3 spread like the other readings?
So it depends on how I feel, but typically 3 spread is how I go. So general readings, I typically will ask and then, or not ask, I'll like lay out all 3 cards and read them all together. Sometimes I'll have like a designated question for each, or like a designated like, this is past, present, future, or you know, something like that. But I plan to read them all as a story together.
And like as
Do
a
you do?
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
As a disclaimer
No,
to
you.
chat, just want to be clear. I think in general for chat readings, not everyone's gonna resonate with the reading, but for the few people in chat that it does resonate with, hopefully it can offer you some good advice.
I was gonna
If you
ask.
did want specific, that more so goes with my
Yeah.
monthly tarot readings, and I do that for each zodiac sign, where I do a 3-card spread usually. And with those, it could depend on not just your sun sign, it might depend on your moon or your rising, so that's a completely different aspect of tarot.
Do you also do more complicated spreads, or do those go whoosh over your head?
I haven't tried doing complicated spreads
Yeah.
before. I'm still, I think, baby at tarot, so for me, I'm starting off with just kind of learning and figuring things out at the beginning. At the beginning.
It's okay. You'll
the
already give us a
beginning.
whoa. That's a big
I'm not
spread.
reading all of those.
That's a huge spread for chat. I guess because there's so
one of
many.
them fell out.
It's like there's so many people in
Wow.
chat, so there was like different cards that
yeah.
probably resonated with them.
If like Toki said, if this doesn't resonate with you, it might just not be for you. But don't be discouraged. That doesn't mean anything particularly. It just means like the cards think this person needs this advice. So with this, I have the Knight of Cups upright, the Four of Cups reverse, and the Sun upright. So we do have a major arcana here. That's really interesting. The Sun is one of my favorites just because it's kind of like illuminating a secret or illuminating things that you couldn't see before or didn't understand before. I'm trying to pull the cards up. So, like I said, I don't really worry about whether I take a long time to read or not, mostly because I do sometimes look at the guidebooks to get a better feel or idea, and I don't think there's any shame in that.
She's cheating.
Just shut up.
I think it's fine too, because that's more brain for you to use for your intuition and not remembering shit.
Right. And I think that it's good too because I would rather look like an idiot and look up what the meaning could potentially be and get a more accurate reading than to
Exactly.
be like lying to you and be like, yeah, this is exactly what it means. I don't know for sure, but yeah, I'm gonna look at the official rule book.
It sounds like tarot has more transparency to it than a lot of medical professionals. You ever been to a
Actually-
doctor and they're just like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you. You're probably fine.
Actually, a really good reading. I think that you're gonna find that your cup is really filling this month. And cups can be like emotional fulfillment. It could also be like opportunities or possibilities that you've really been wanting, that you've been really rushing towards. You're actually going to find that with the Four of Cups in reverse, you're ready and you're motivated for it. You might be reconsidering which cups you want to fill and which ones you are like okay with passing up. And I think all of that is going to be illuminated soon. The Sun card is like a major arcana, so it might be a big revelation. But I think that it's gonna show that there's a lot going for you for what this cup is. I don't know what this cup specifically is. It could mean something different for everybody, but it is like a new opportunity that you're ready to go forward on. Knights are always like cards that are rushing to the battlefield. They're the ones that like are first on the battlefield, and water cups being like represented by water is usually, like I said, possibilities, opportunities, feelings, emotions. You're gonna get some kind of fulfillment and you're ready for it. You're feeling particularly motivated. So that's a really good sign.
Chat, do you want to trade readings?
Chat has a really good reading.
They do. I like it.
I'd be
It's
happy
so
to
comforting.
trade.
My cards are not usually that nice, so
You know why it's so nice? It's because so many people are subbed in chat.
Oh my god, so true. Look at all the little tokies in
true.
chat.
so true.
Or a case of ligma. What's ligma?
Ligma balls.
No!
This kind of goes together with the sun. Show the world the real you. Aquariuses are kind of known for being really kooky, in a sense. Like, they're very creative. They think of things in a way that nobody else thinks of them. But I think embrace who you really are, and it's going to illuminate a lot of things to be able to get this possibility or to thrive in this revelation. So that's a really good reading. Full moon.
That
in
is a
Aquarius.
wonderful reading.
Man, chat, you guys are lucky.
You guys are
Nice.
lucky. My cards are never this nice to me.
It must be the anime buff.
The anime ball?
Yeah, that deck is really nice.
I know. Well, it was kind of like to the point for me though.
It's to the point, but I think, yeah, it's a general feel for chat, so it might be different if I read for specific people. But for whoever out there has like an opportunity coming, sounds like something good is gonna happen.
All right.
Misa.
Someone in chat is pregnant.
Someone
Oh my
in chat's-
God, no.
Congratulations! Is it Mpreg?
That's a negative for me.
What?
Why is that where your mind went first?
What the heck?
There's a lot of guys in chat. I just thought it maybe it was like a 50-50.
Oh my gosh.
Pregante.
See,
Is
Kanda thinks it's
Kanda
Pregante.
pregnante?
Carlos Pregante?
Hana Pregante.
Is he pregnante with Sela? Sela in his
Right.
tummy?
I'm expecting art of that to be on Twitter within 24 hours.
Chillo, you're pregnant.
Oh my god.
So Kumo, if I can poke at your brain a little bit, how do you feel about the session tonight? How do you feel about tarot after tonight?
Are you a skeptic?
I'm kind of like Toki, I think, where I am a skeptic of a lot of things. But I will say tarot is one of those things that I think I used to be a lot more skeptical of when I was younger, and I thought I knew everything. But I think I'm a little more open-minded than I used to be. So I don't think I was as skeptical today. And again, like I said earlier, it feels like and like you said, tarot doesn't give you future sight, but it does seem like it forces you to reflect on things that are true, which makes them feel true. So I think they work in a perfectly reasonable sense, and so I actually do respect tarot a lot for that reason.
Yay!
It's like a guiding hand. Some people don't get those like often enough. I think there's a lot of people out there that lack the guidance. Kind of like earlier we were talking about how, like, you know how I listen to Dr. K, you listen to David Goggins, and those are like our guiding hands. Like, this is the same facet for leading people towards like bettering themselves. And I think tarot's really good in that regard. I think I maybe even saw it in the wrong perspective too. So that's why I've been a little bit more open to it recently. Even though I can still say I'm a skeptic, I would definitely like to think that I've changed.
Poisonous skeptic energies.
Skeptic energy.
Sometimes I feel like skepticism is like a result of someone having no hope, if that makes sense. Like, I walk around with a fortune that I got from a fortune cookie in my wallet. It's been there for like over a year now.
Whoa.
And it just says what is coming is better than what is gone. And it's not like I believe that a fortune cookie is gonna come true, but it's nice to have those things to like reflect and help guide like what to do next.
That's a good fortune.
That's
too.
a really nice fortune. That's like
That's
the nicest
a really
fortune.
nice fortune.
Hey, it's me, my face.
Oh, goodbye.
Hi, it's me.
I'm the problem, it's me. All right, so everyone, that will conclude the tarot portion of the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a lovely exhibition of Neri's talents. I'm very lucky to have somebody like her to pull onto stream so that I don't have to be talented. I can literally just get other people and suck their energy and put it onto my channel instead. So God bless you for that. She just screams in silence. And she got never mind, she enjoyed that very much. Look at her. She enjoyed it very much. Look how big she got.
Growing.
And for our go ahead, Marna.
Said I really like how Miri's mouth moves, by the way. It's so expressive.
She's insane looking. All right, Miri, would you kindly put yourself back to the cosmos? Farewell, little Miri.
Farewell.
What? Farewell?
Yes,
Why
she's going back.
farewell?
She's going back to the place where she came from.
Goodbye.
Oh my God! Face full of crotch.
Get in my crotch. Wait, what? Never mind.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Hello?
Get your
Unbirthing
5'3"
stream.
ass out of here.
It's an unbirthday.
It's an unbirthday.
I hate it. I hate it.
Oh my god, he's impreg with me.
Oh,
Toki, who's
congratulations.
Pregante.
Get in my stuffing. Okay, I need a baptism after this stream. The next segment we've got planned for the stream is actually something, like we said, it's a little bit spicier. So if you guys are wary, I mean, you know, stick around. You might find some interesting things inside of it. But what we're going to be talking about today for our next segment is a discorrelation between social media platforms. And if you don't know what I mean by that, let's take a couple of people, for example, in this wonderful diagram that we have concocted together. I don't know if anyone wants to take responsibility for it alone, but we can take a group responsibility for it if that's okay.
Just blame me for anything controversial. I'll take all the cancellations.
I was going to, yeah. It's a very
Perfect.
scary topic. Grabs
It
the
is.
Bible. Yeah, you're gonna need
It
it.
is.
Okay.
Yep.
Where is it? Right. Is it still on the right? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So we're going to wait. Let me get it proper. Cancel this. Do this. Okay.
Cancel this. Oh, yeah.
Shut up! Shut up! Okay. I need to stream it this.
Music.
I don't think you guys can hear the music anymore, can you? If you look at that stream.
Can.
You can? Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone?
I don't see it on the stream though.
Yeah, no, I haven't pulled it up yet.
Oh, okay, got you.
We're going to be talking about... Da-da-da-dum! Real life... Wait. This is the very first slide, right?
No.
Is it not? Why did it go here? I started from beginning.
Back.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Da-da-da-dum!
Yay!
Hey, Toki learns how to use PowerPoint.
Wait a second, let me move this to my other monitor so I can do streaming beta. Okay,
The streaming thing.
everyone,
Yay!
we're gonna talk about in Comic Sans Twitter rich, but Twitch poor. And
Oh my god.
to summarize, actually, I need,
It's basically like no bitches.
yeah, kind of.
Basically.
Let me get better music for this, actually. Clown.
Did you literally look up clown music?
I looked up carnival
real.
music.
Okay.
Basically, then.
Oh, that's from last night, wasn't it?
It's gonna be different unless it pulls up the same thing. It's gonna pull. Yeah, it's pulling up the same thing. We're talking about people who have a large following on Twitter, but on Twitch, they don't seem to do just as well. And I don't remember why we wanted to talk about this last stream, but it was definitely very prevalent.
It was.
Well, if you're poor on both, then you definitely don't fall into this category, because the main idea is that social media on Twitter is bullshit. Honestly, that's the end all be all to what we're getting at here. It's Twitter's bullshit, and we all hate it, I think.
Your cynicism is showing so hard from earlier.
Is it oppressive?
We'll see.
All right.
Pop off. We'll see.
Dude.
We'll see what happens when if you get canceled or not.
I'm not salty that I only got this many followers. What do you mean? I'm actually very lucky. My numbers are almost equal on both platforms.
Yay!
Very happy about that. But what we're going to come to find out is that do those numbers actually translate to anything when you're streaming? What do you guys think? Will somebody with a large following on Twitter do just as well on Twitch?
Right?
I think intrinsically no, but maybe yes.
I agree. I think it's a very, very solid standpoint to have. Miri, what do you think?
I think it really depends. I think a lot of people do spend a lot of time and focus into Twitter, but it's one of those things that you can't just put all your focus into one medium and not the other. It depends on what you're willing to put your effort into.
Yes, I agree. I think there's a lot of people that put a lot of work into their Twitter, and I bet that's very satisfying for them. But I guess on the same hand, as a VTuber, I guess maybe we have like our own preconceptions of what success is, and typically it's through streaming, right?
Right.
I think
But
so, at least.
We see a lot of big people on Twitter and be like really kind of like starstruck by their numbers. I hate to say it, but be like, wow, this person is humongous. And then now they follow me? Wow. Right? Right?
Yeah.
But this might kind of blow their cover a little bit.
It's okay. It's not real shade. It's just a notice and discrepancy. And I hate it personally because it shows how superficial like followings can be on different social media. So it's not necessarily to throw shade at people, but more so that it's just like, I guess it's disconcerting because I think a lot of people when they get started VTubing, they start on Twitter normally, I would say. Like they'll start streaming on Twitch, but Twitter following is what grows the most. And
I started on Twitter.
Same here. Like a year ago, I was starting up my journey, and I got up to 50 followers. I'm like, that's PogChamp. I don't even have 50 followers on Twitch. And then my numbers kept growing and growing because I kept posting, and I kept doing things that would get me Twitter followers. And when I'm streaming to like maybe 2 to 3 to 4 people, which I was very thankful for, of course. But that correlation isn't there, and it's very discouraging, I think, for a lot of new VTubers. What do you guys think?
Especially when you think of like TikTok, which is relatively easy to grow on. When you see a lot of discrepancy in your numbers, especially from social media to social media, there are some people who focus a lot on one specific social media, but then they wonder, like, I have X amount of followers on this social media. Why aren't my numbers on the other ones growing, per se, you know?
Yeah.
And it can be discouraging.
Why aren't you guys following me on Twitch, too?
Self-entitled prick!
One of my side projects I have right now, and hopefully this isn't spoilers for the PowerPoint, but on the side, I've been compiling case studies on big Twitch streamers because I want to know, how do you get so big on Twitch? And in my experience for VTubers, at least, the correlation of numbers between platforms for indie VTubers is very minor, if existent in the first place. I've actually seen the biggest correlation between Twitch and YouTube, and not really at all between Twitch and Twitter or Twitch and TikTok.
I think TikTok's the scariest one. Like Miri said, it grows so like exorbitantly fast. I don't know if that's a proper usage of words, but I'm sure you guys get what I mean. It grows so fast when you post a good TikTok. It goes viral for a little bit, gets a couple thousand views maybe, and then you've got like, I don't know, maybe like 100 people following you on TikTok, and you're like, oh, that's crazy. You post another one, get another chunk of change, and oh my god, it's a little morbid to call it chunk of change, isn't it? It's so desensitized. Ugh. But it grows so exponentially faster than like a live streaming platform, and it doesn't, like I'll keep saying the word correlate. It doesn't correlate the way you want it to, and so it could be discouraging.
I mean, the way I like to think about it is when you use TikTok, like, how do you use it? Are you clicking on people's profiles and then going to the URL in their bio?
Absolutely
Chances
not.
are you've never ever done that. So why would anyone else do it?
No.
And
But I do
yeah,
hear some of the other things though, like when I was first hitting a wall with how do I grow more as a Twitch streamer, my friend suggested getting a TikTok and posting on TikTok, and she said she actually found a lot of her growth from TikTok on Twitch. But the other thing that she had to be aware of was that if you do have a TikTok audience, sometimes the TikTok audience does, in my opinion, skew younger. So do you want to be open to having that possibility of a younger skewed audience in your chat too?
That's true. I didn't think about that.
I think there is like one really big VTuber on Twitch who blew up thanks to TikTok. Like one of their TikToks going viral.
Who was
Right?
it?
Can I say it?
Oh, is it someone bad? Is someone you don't want to
No,
bring up?
it's not. It's not bad. I
is it
just don't know
someone
if
big?
It is somebody big.
Is it Punkalope?
No, it's
No, because I know
Chi-
she does a lot of
Oh,
TikToks.
Chibidoki.
It's Chibidoki. Yeah.
Okay, I was actually
Chibidoki,
thinking
okay,
Chibi.
yeah.
Yeah, she blew up on TikTok
Yeah.
like immensely.
Right. Right. So TikTok can't discard it as an option still.
Absolutely not. And I think Kondo's right. Like, TikTok is definitely a better growth platform than Twitter. Like, at the end of the day, Twitch, you're not going to grow naturally, typically. Like, you have to use a different social media. So, you can definitely grow your Twitch accounts through Twitter. It might be a slog. I think it's personally a slog. Like, you'll get a couple of people, but I think a lot of the people that follow you are other VTubers, right?
Yeah. I didn't grow through Twitter at all, I feel like. I was kind of blessed by Twitch algorithm one day.
That's true. Yeah, you kind of just like,
Yeah.
at like the snap of a finger, huh?
Yeah, RNG.
RNGesus, we pray.
The other
RNGesus.
thing too, yeah, RNG plays a huge role in it, but you also have to keep in mind that each platform requires something different to grow. Like
True.
TikTok is very short form, very like snap bits of what catches your attention, but that type of short form doesn't work necessarily on Twitch, so to speak, you know? You have to work with what medium you're on too. So that requires like a different type of content creation. More energy, more time.
Yeah, until that bitch Bezos puts out a short form content browser on Twitch, I don't think it's going to be very easy to grow with like short form content on Twitch. We need like a TikTok for Twitch for real, for clips.
Like a YouTube Shorts type on
Yes.
on Twitch. Yeah, they do.
need that so bad. They are slacking
They
so
need it.
hard.
On the
Alright.
contrary, did you hear Twitter? Those blue checkmark people can now put on 2-hour videos.
Yeah, I got to watch
What
the Mario
the-
movie.
I did watch the Mario movie on there. You're so right. I
So
forgot.
true, so true. I saw the tweet where Elon Musk is like, you could put up to 2 hours now, 8 gigabytes. Someone's like, all right, fuck it, Shrek 4.
So true.
All
I
right,
hear
let's.
they're coming with a Shrek 5.
Oh,
I can't
I
wait.
can't wait.
I unironically like Shrek.
It teaches you loving someone for who they really are, and then they take it back in the
Exactly.
future movies.
Even with the babies, involved in the movies now,
Really?
They have
you like
babies.
Shrek even with
I
the
haven't
babies.
seen them. I haven't seen the
They have babies.
babies.
Yeah, they had
The
like,
babies.
there was like I can't remember what broadcasting station had it. Was it ABC or NBC has Shrek or something like that?
Oh, bully.
But
I
they
don't know
had
if
like
I want a new. I don't know if I want a new Shrek anymore.
there was a Shrek TV show, and it involved the babies that him and Fiona had, and it's just Shrek becoming a
No.
dad.
No, I've only watched like 2 or 3 of them.
Oh, you're in the golden age then.
Yeah.
Like the Star Wars prequels, you've hit gold, so you can stop there.
Okay, I'm gonna stop then.
Yeah, just
Maybe I'm
stop
not
there.
looking forward to it anymore.
All right, what's
That
the
was
next
fast.
slide on this bad boy? What do we got next? Oh, what is Twitter rich but Twitch poor? And we're gonna look at some samples, I think. People with very high Twitter following, around 10,000. For us plebeians, 10,000 is very high, right?
Very good. I think that's a big goal.
I think it's a very, like, when you hit 10,000, I would say you're probably like, you're kind of goated with the sauce. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Or you're on Twitter too much.
yeah, that's when you finally start getting recognized by people. Because I mean, it's like a resume, right? You see 10,000, you're like, oh, this person's goated with the sauce.
I feel like when you reach a certain threshold on Twitter, people just start pouring in with the follows. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, this guy's big, and let me follow him.
FE says
That
10,000.
social proof is a thing, right? Like that's
Yeah.
why on a lot of platforms people say there's like a critical mass where once you get so big, you're only gonna get bigger.
The event
Exactly.
horizon
You
of
wanna
VTubing.
spot me, bro?
Exactly.
Yeah, can I get a casual like 9,000 follows real quick? Then I'll really pop off. They may or may not have large Twitch following.
Aww.
So even if somebody's got a large following on Twitter, it does not, like we were saying, correlate like accurately to a large Twitch following. But with one T,
But dun dun dun.
are not Twitch partner. Tips,
No
tips Cowboy
partners.
hat.
No partners.
And they have small concurrent viewers when live, below 25. Yes, 25 is small, everybody. I'm sorry to break it to you. 25 is small in the grand scheme of things.
In the grand scheme of things.
Don't tell them that. It's
No.
average. You guys are perfectly fine.
If I get 10 viewers, that's like a fucking great night out for me, honestly. That's like better than spending $100 at a bar.
Honestly, I feel like it depends on the ratio too. Like, what is
plus
15?
ratio?
Yeah, like yes, L plus ratio. What is 25 viewers to like 10,000 followers, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
I was
that
gonna say
change.
there's like that 25 can mean a lot of different things because
Right.
when someone has like if you look at any like the big VTubers or just streamers in general, I forget what the percentage is, but there's a percentage, like an average percent of viewers
1%, right?
versus followers. Yeah, 1% is like great for big,
Yeah.
big
Right.
VTubers, but when you're small, I feel like it's more like 5%
say
is a
5.
lot more average.
I've done the same math, yeah.
But I've seen also smaller VTubers who have like 80,000 followers, but then also 20 viewers still. And I'm like, oh, how the hell did you end up in this spot?
Yes.
Right?
Those are the anomalies that we're actually looking
Exactly.
I'm like
Right.
scared for them. I'm like, what happened?
at. Right. So when we say a low concurrent viewer count, we're referring to people that have like an abstraction between their actual following and the people that view them.
Right.
God, this
right.
feels more toxic the more we go down it. I love it. All right, next
I don't know if it's
slide.
toxic, but it's the reality behind streaming as like an industry, right?
Right.
Right.
The metrics and the analytics.
Kumo, have you heard of buying followers? You do have a lot of money.
Yeah, don't do that. Twitch won't be happy with you if you do that.
Even just viewers buying viewer bots.
What? That's illegal? I thought bots had feelings too. Look at Neurosama.
I
They even
know.
pay
Oh
her
my
on
God.
Twitch. All right, this is gonna be a real life example, an anonymous example of a VTuber with a discrepancy. So, their numbers: 35,000 people on Twitter, massive. 3,000 followers on Twitch. That's decent. That's decent. That's good.
So
I
how
want to be
many?
at 3K.
Oh,
Oh, wait. Did you see the? Did you get spoiled, Miri?
What?
Did you see the answer?
No.
Okay, good. We're gonna do a game. So, judging from the statistics and the current topic that we're talking about, we want you to guess what you think the average viewers for this person's channel is.
Man, that sounds mean.
It does sound mean. If you don't feel comfortable
It is
doing it,
so
you are
mean.
more than welcome to not
it
do
is
it.
so mean. 20?
Yeah.
20? And the answer is 18.
That was
Dang, you
very
guys nailed it.
close.
Patchy, patchy,
That was
patchy,
very
patchy.
close. Patchy, 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 patchy.
Did I get
Very
the
good.
prices right? Do I win a prize?
Yeah, you'll get the prize at the end of the stream. It's sweet release from living.
Finally.
No.
Every VTuber's dream,
I've
death.
been waiting.
Damn.
Sound like the Luma from the Mario movie.
Play the Coffin Dance Street song at my
Me,
fucking desk and stream it.
Me.
Bury me 6 feet under. Make sure that it's strobing lights at my funeral.
What a happy funeral.
Right?
Thank you. It's a celebration.
Oh, thank you,
It
Paladin.
is.
Paladin says we're all adorable. Even though
No,
we're being
you're
extremely
right.
toxic.
No, you are.
Real life VTuber example B. 23,000 followers on Twitter.
Wow.
Big! 23 is pretty
A
big,
little,
everyone.
little bit less than that last guy, though.
A little bit less, but still a very
Yeah.
a number that you would strive for.
Mm-hmm.
1.5 followers on Twitch. 1.5 thousand. Pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy was like what?
Yeah.
3K?
Yeah, 3K.
Yeah, 3,000
so...
on Twitch.
Okay.
So I don't
How
know the answer to
many?
this one.
Mm-hmm. How many concurrent viewers do you think they have?
If it's like me, then maybe like 12?
I was gonna say 12 also, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going by my like 1% mental math, so I think it'd be like 15 would be a good night.
15?
15?
15 might be.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
15's fair too. The answer is 14.
Oh, you were
Damn.
close!
Kumo's the winner for that one.
You got some good gut feelings here.
Absolutely.
All right. This is kind of fucked up.
No, but this is kind of fun.
It's fucked up
I
and fun
love
in a
winning
weird
games.
way. All right. Let's see what we got
You
next.
need a 30? Do I? Maybe because I don't look at my viewer count.
Oh, you rated me with like, you rated me with like 50 people today.
I didn't even know. I had 2 raids though. No, 3. I had 3 raids
Okay.
today.
Okay.
Yeah, when I looked at Marta's stream when I was waking up from my nap, I saw she was at like 94. I'm like, wow, this is like
Yeah,
when she
that
first
was-
popped
that
off
was-
on Nikkei.
No, that was your raid completely.
No. No.
Absolutely.
You're gonna hit partner and not even notice, Miri says Fexy.
I don't think so. My average, being honest, because I'm almost at 1.2k. My channel says 1.2k, but I'm almost at 1.2k. My average right now is 14 viewers actually, and that's counting like when I just started, on top of like inflated numbers like when I did my double debuts and when I had like streaming events. So when you think about it, I think my average number is actually a little bit lower than 14. For at least my
What is?
channel.
Wait, where are you pulling 14 from? Is that just from your gut, or is that like your Twitch
Your
stream
Twitch.
thingy?
When you go to your Twitch dashboard, you can check your achievements, and it shows you your path to partner. And mine
Right.
tells you the average of 75 viewers is required. For me, I have an average of 14.
I feel like
and they do that like what, over the past 30 days, right?
yeah, it's over a
Yeah.
Is
month.
that over the past 30 days?
Yeah,
I think so. I think it's rolling. That's interesting too. Also, that's almost. It's weird to say, but it's almost like reaffirming in a way, because I feel like it's very easy to, you wrap up stream and you look at Twitch and you see who else is on, and you might see like a bunch of your friends on with like, way more people watching than what you just ended stream with.
Yeah.
But you never know who just got like rated, and it's really easy to like tunnel vision on the people who are doing well.
you're like, damn, that
Yeah.
person's
Yeah,
really popping
yeah.
the hell off. What do I
Yeah.
need to do to get like that?
Like, I honestly would not have guessed that your average was 14, because I feel like anytime I look over, it's like Miri with like 20 or 30 or more.
I think something a lot of people forget too is that usually for me, if I'm being honest, I do sometimes check over my viewer count, and I'll stream for like 2 or 3 hours and still have single digit numbers. And I don't really pop off, so to speak, until the last half of my stream, which can last like 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours. So I only really get a huge burst during that last hour or 2. So I actually
Right.
usually stream on average to like maybe single digit numbers in the first couple hours, and it changes afterwards. a lot of people don't stream long enough. That's the other thing, because Twitch
Yeah.
really benefits from streams
Yeah,
that do
it-
longer form.
Yeah.
It does, it does. And I'm bad about long streaming. Like, I'll stream, like... Recently, I've been doing 3.5 hours, and that's kind of like... That's like my cutoff right there. I'm like, ugh, I'm tired. My throat hurts. I gotta go. And then I'm gone. And then the thing is, though, like, your big numbers really start pulling in, like, at that last...
It does,
I know,
yeah.
last hour or two.
Yeah, usually
True.
when I end stream personally, when I look at there's like a graph that shows your average viewer count. Like, I'm like, the hump is still going up, but I've ended stream because of like time constraints, or like I was getting tired and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, if I just push it a little longer, you know, maybe more people would have showed up.
The other key too is that like sometimes with raids, you'll get your big raid, but then you're like, oh, but I was about to end stream. A lot of my friends will put off ending stream if they get raided. So once they get raided, then they'll go for like another hour just to give that raid a chance to get to know them as the streamer too. But that's something that I might not be able to do because of like, say, work the next day, or
Yeah.
I'm just tired, you know? It really depends.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You good? You good?
Sorry, someone forcibly exited my asshole.
Oh no!
I meant to
Fine,
say
it happens to the best of
flatulated.
us.
I meant to say flatulated my asshole, but you know what? I gave them preg birth, I guess.
I just thought too. You know, like, I remember feeling really down around certain seasons too, certain times, because a lot of people will make time after they have like vacations or like the summer specifically. Like when people are home more often, then you'll see like a spike in numbers. But as soon as it goes down, when people like go back to college, go back to school, that's another time where I tend to be really sad because I see my numbers go down. But then I have to remember it's not necessarily about me. Sometimes it's more
Right.
so like other people who have a life outside of watching VTubers.
That's one of the
Absolutely.
lessons I think everyone should try to learn the fastest when they get into streaming. Because I've had those streams where I do something on a Wednesday night, and it's a great stream, and there's a bunch of people, and I get a bunch of followers, and then Friday I do the exact same thing, and it's dead, and there's
Yeah.
no one, and it's like I did nothing different. I couldn't have done anything differently, and there's just so many variables. Lord Selva says like there's the market of people attracted to your entertainment, but there's also like, are you streaming at the same time as your friends? Are they ending stream before you and then raiding into you? Are people at school or at work based on what time zones your main audience is in? Like there's so many variables, and so many of them are not in your control.
I'm curious, have you ever
Absolutely.
experienced it where you see one of your friends is streaming and you feel guilty streaming at the same time as them?
Yes.
God, I
Oh,
do!
yeah. Yep.
Absolutely! All the time!
I've got the fear that when I stream at the same time as somebody else, if I start later than them and I'm still streaming when they end, I'm afraid that I look like I'm trying to get a raid from them.
Oh,
Oh,
I've never thought about that
no.
either.
I never thought about that too.
Okay,
I've
well,
never considered that.
I
Yeah.
will
You
just
know-
remove that from your brain. I'm gonna deneuralize you all.
You know, what really helps, and I'm sure not everybody can do this, is to really just set a rigid schedule for streaming. So it's like, I'm gonna stick to this no matter what, basically. Like, I'm streaming at the same time every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if anybody's streaming at my time, then you know what? It's still my stream time. And that's my mentality for it.
Yeah. The Rock, you're the boulder that you own that time zone.
Exactly! I own this little time slot for myself.
I think because I fluctuate so much, maybe that's why I have that concern. Because I stream
see.
at very weird times, like recently. Like I've been doing, like yesterday I streamed at like 10 o'clock-ish. Our streams for the Cobwebs and Dustbunnies usually is 8 o'clock. But normally like my streams are like 5 o'clock. So I'm like everywhere. It's fucked up, man.
I see.
My only thought about the only thing going on in my brain when I raid someone else really is, do I want to show this particular person like some positivity, or do I think that my chat at this very moment, based on what I've been playing or how the vibe has been, is going to enjoy watching this person stream afterwards?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to raid into someone if I think all of my chatters or viewers are just going to like disappear right after, because I feel like it's a horrible feeling when you get a raid and then you watch the count go up. A lot of people hide their counts, and that's completely valid. But you watch the count go up, and then you watch it go back down because no one from the raid was actually interested. I think that's a horrible feeling. So I try to find people to raid who I think my viewers will vibe with, based on the vibe of the stream.
That's
A lot
true.
of people don't consider that too. I
I
definitely
know.
took me a while to think about that because usually my priorities have changed a lot since my beginning of stream to now, and I don't think that that's bad. I just think that what you want now may be different than when you started streaming. But I used to raid whoever had the least number of viewers on my list, and that's
I think it's
not
honorable.
Thank you.
It's a nice thing.
It's a nice thing. It's not necessarily that I don't want to do that now, but I am taking into account like if that person has low view count, but they're playing a game that isn't interesting to my chat. It's like you said, like I want them to stay, and I don't want them to feel bad if they don't necessarily have the retention afterwards from my stream.
Yeah,
I consider
exactly.
these things a lot more now. Yeah.
I was doing that for a while, and then recently I'm just like, I gotta raid really fast. My friends, let's go, and then just pick somebody.
I
Just
definitely
with the-
don't like
yeah.
doing that. It's such a weird feeling, and I think I've actually come to terms knowing, like, when I get rated, like, if I get rated with like 30 some people, I'm like, oh, that's cool. What was I at before? I'm probably gonna go back to that. I've already come to terms with the fact that I'm not everybody's demographic, and it's
Right.
very difficult. So the best I
Yeah.
can do is continue to be myself, and whoever sticks around, like, awesome. So
Exactly.
If I go-
Exactly.
if I'm like streaming to 12 people, I get rated for 30, and after like 5 or 10 minutes, I'm streaming to 13 people. If that one person stuck around, then that's a win to me, personally.
That is true. That's true.
Right.
That's a really good mentality to have too.
It's like one of the
don't
few
know.
strong mentalities I have.
Have you guys experienced this? Because I remember reading a thread on Twitter where people were talking about how they don't raid people specifically because when they raid, they find people get annoyed at the raid. Like, I was in the middle of something where I was singing and I don't want you to cut me off when I'm singing, that type of thing. Like, they're busy doing
gosh.
something
I
and
saw
they're
that.
actually ungrateful for the raid.
I saw that thread. That was so
So
annoying.
cringe.
That was on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that actually.
Yeah, they were like, why am I raiding people if they're gonna be like, why the fuck did you raid me? So then they stopped raiding. I forget who it was, but I think it's okay to not mention them. But they
Yeah,
said they're
yeah,
gonna try
yeah.
raiding people again. They said they're gonna be doing it again.
Just curate your friends list and just pick from there at that point.
Yeah, I
think
think that's
so,
what they
too.
said they did. They said I only raid my select like trusted friends now.
Yeah,
And
that
I don't
makes
think
sense.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. I think raiding between a small circle is just as admirable as like raiding like someone small.
And I think that highlights the fact that like everyone does VTubing differently and there is no right or wrong answer as long as it's within your comfort zone and it fits the goals that you personally have. But it is something to be careful of who you pick in this community to be close to and who is kind of like arm's
Absolutely.
reach.
Be like, oh my god, Miri, only 50? You dare rated me with just that? God.
God.
I'm cringing. My toes are curling.
Oh.
It's like the meme image of the high school girls that are like pointing and laughing at you. Oh man.
You attention seeker.
Or all right, we're still on this fucking slide. Let's go to our next example, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Bring 100 next
Done.
time. More Twitter will hear about this.
exactly.
All right.
Your offering doesn't please the martyr.
Our next example's got 28k on Twitter, 3k on Twitch, sort of like our first example. So I wonder what our average concurrent viewer count is going to be. We'll start from Kumo.
I'm gonna stick by my trusty 1% rule. 30 concurrents.
17 for me.
I think 18. No, 16.
Why are you doing it so close to
20.
mine? Go get your own side of the bed.
20.
I said 18. Or did I say
I'm
17?
16.
What, did I say
20.
17?
17?
What did I say? 17 or 8?
You don't even know what you chose.
I'm okers. All right, I choose 10 through 20.
That's not fair.
Oh my gosh.
And the answer is...
Dun-dun.
And
15.
Wow. Wait, Kumo was the closest?
No,
No, I
Kumo
just
said
guessed
like
30.
30.
Oh
I said
gosh.
like 16 at one point.
Yeah, Miri was the closest.
Oh yeah, Miri was closest.
Yay!
Yeah.
Choose multiple answers and you can't be wrong, guys.
What's next? Oh, we got one more. We got another one.
We got one more.
46K on Twitter.
Wow, that's like
Wow.
almost 50,000.
That's 40,000 plus 6,000 people.
Oh my god.
We got 5,000 followers on Twitch. That's an insane amount.
That's huge.
I don't know if you guys.
That's huge.
There's a streamer, like her name's Coconuts. I think she's a great streamer and she does really well. She's got like I don't know if it's still 10,000, but she streams to like quite a few hundred people, and I'm like, damn, pop off, queen. She's doing really good. She's like a monkey VTuber. She's very funny. I like her. So I would expect this person.
Oh, I think I've seen her. Yeah, the name
Let's
sounds
hear
familiar.
Yeah. My guess is gonna be 100.
100?
I'm gonna guess 100. This is gonna be the outlier.
Okay. What about you? Kumo.
Is this gonna be one of those scary ones? I feel like that's the twist. This person seems so good at Twitter that their Twitter following is so big because they're so pog at it, and that's what they pay attention to the most. So I'm gonna actually guess that maybe Twitch is like weirdly small. So I'm gonna go. Wait, what did Toki say?
100.
Toki said 100.
You went 100? Wow. Wait, you're optimistic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 20.
25.
25. Me too. 25.
Do you not remember? All right, and the winner is. Oh. 15.
Hey!
Damn.
Do I win a prize?
Dang.
Yeah.
Do you want a prize? What do you want, big boy?
I want more Twitch followers.
You heard the man.
All
You
right.
heard the man.
I'll go buy your Twitch followers right now.
No.
Oh, we get the flip side of the story now. So we get to see
Yeah.
Twitch rich and Twitter poor, and I've got quite a few people that I know off the top of my head that do exactly this. They're very good. Join us. Who shouted out Kumo? Who the fuck
Me?
shouted out?
He said he wanted Twitch followers.
Everyone here already follows Kumo. I've stolen all of Kumo's people.
True, I know all
own
these
a
names. I
community.
recognize all. Wait, that's how it works. You share communities when
That's
you
true.
collab.
The SO hopefully will come out soon enough. Oh, there it is. Cool. Everyone, follow my fucking friends. They're so based and also goated with the sauce.
So true.
Let's see who is Twitch rich and Twitter poor. Example E for exemplary or example. 1.5k followers on Twitter. Why'd you shout me out in my own
Whoa.
fucking stream? Guys, make sure to follow. Wait, that's true. I mean, you know, we do share communities. Everyone, if you haven't followed, subbed, liked, commented, and subscribed to Toki Velveteen, now's your chance. Everyone, I'm giving all subscribers from here on out the lucky chance to DM me on Twitter, and I may or may not respond. Ooh, look at that! I know,
Wow.
right? All right, 1.5k followers on Twitter. In opposition, what do we got on Twitch? 3k.
Ooh,
That's fat.
that's like double. That's fat.
How
fat.
optimistic are we for this?
What do you think?
I think
I
70.
think.
Here,
75.
Wow,
give them
70.
one more click. Just one click.
One click.
Uh-huh. Oh no, sorry. Never mind.
Wow,
Wait, that's great
Wow.
though.
that's
I
amazing.
know. Right?
Yeah, that's really fantastic, actually.
Right?
But I feel like that tracks. Like, if I were to guess, like, this is a person who just straight up invests more time on Twitch than on Twitter.
This has got to be Murperoni.
Exactly.
Murperoni is off the chain.
Oh, Merc does do really well.
Murp does really good.
That's
this Toki the
awesome.
Gadget
Started
God?
just by like helping an artist, and he was just like, I didn't plan to become a streamer. It just kind of happened.
Yes, I am the Gacha God. Look at all these SSRs I've got lined up next to me.
Wow.
Oh, and partnered.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Ooh.
VTuber F. Pay respects.
VTuber F.
Pay respects to our VTuber.
Play respects to F.
1,000 followers on Twitter. Yo, that's like twice my
Okay.
followers. Wow, that's like
okay.
that's like 14 times my followers. Merp 6K on Twitter.
7K on Twitch.
Ooh.
Wow.
This is hard, actually. I think it might be upwards of like 215.
Ooh.
I want to know what this tracks with, like, this exact format with Twitter, but instead of Twitch, I want to see how that tracks with YouTube too.
Interesting.
We can do that kind of research too.
We love numbers on the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do.
F?
Okay.
F in chat.
I'm gonna guess like
He is in
100.
chat.
He is in chat. 100?
Yeah.
I want to say 125.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go 150. This person
Whoa.
balls.
Price is right.
This
Price
person's
is
got
right.
balls. All right, and the winner is... Ding! 99.
Wow.
Yay!
I was a little bit
99
over
problems
optimistic.
and a bitch ain't one.
No, you should have said a Twitch. You missed a great opportunity.
Bitch ain't one.
And a Twitch ain't one.
Exactly. You're right.
You're so true.
25. 25 is a low ball. That's chump change according to us. God, we're pretentious assholes.
I know.
We're the worst. They got 99 viewers and Marna ain't one.
No.
Yep. Check mark. Check it.
And checked. And checked.
G. The real VTuber G himself? Him or himself?
Absolutely. Himself.
6K Twitter. Oh, this is Merp
Okay,
then.
that's big. That's big.
13K.
What?
Wow.
Jesus. I like your cut, G.
Oh,
That's fat. I would
so. Oh
I
my
would
god,
die.
I would consider this a success.
say this is like a
An
full-time streamer.
absolute- Right?
I would say this person could reliably full-time stream.
I don't know what the numbers you need for full-time streaming are, but maybe.
It's a couple hundred.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a couple hundred. I think it's like 400.
I mean, it depends on. God, I feel like all these variables are like weirdly divorced from each other because you can get a lot of viewers and not make any money off it. Also,
you could have a
if,
sugar mama too. Like
Wait,
just
what about by
gifting you subs.
ads only?
yeah.
By ads
Wait.
only, you will not survive with a couple hundred. Less than 200.
125.
Since the
I
ballpark
don't
is
know.
so
150.
since the ballpark is so
175.
Gee, let me since the ballpark is so high, do you guys want to do like a greater or less than?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Then I'll say 170. The winner is Ding! Jesus Christ!
Pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
I think Vex and Chat was the closest.
I think
That's
so.
so hard to like wrap
Oh, Regu.
my head
Regu
around
is
too.
Loudclaw.
Wait, Grembo. Wait, no.
Oh, Grembo too?
Reg?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Loudclaw is Regulus in my chat.
Oh,
in
that's
my
Reg.
Discord.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Reg.
In terms of numbers, that's like crazy to me because like think of all the people you know in real life, like names and faces who you can like talk to. Is it even like 200 people? That's an insane amount of people.
Well, I'm lonely and solitary, so that's 237 more people than I know in real life.
Fair. I mean, there's like a thing though that like there's some maximum number of like names and faces that humans can remember reasonably in like a socialization context, and I'm pretty sure it's less than 237.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I've ever talked to
Absolutely.
237 people in my life. Maybe talked to one person 237 times, maybe.
Well, maybe if you stood in front of a class and gave a presentation during college, then that's like 50 people or so?
Depends if you can even
Right?
talk. The pressure would be too much for me. I can't go up on stage.
Really,
like
I
that.
love giving presentations.
You're a nerd. Shut up.
I love having the opportunity to talk to a bunch of people who are forced to listen to me and look at my memes.
Opportunity.
The opportunity.
Thank you for dropping in, Rudy. What's next on the list? H! We got a lot of examples.
H. This is probably the last one.
Okie dokie. Mocha says that she gave a presentation to a class of 400 persons.
Wow.
Wow.
Did you survive?
Was the presentation about VTubers?
I hope so. You would have actually
God.
like melted and,
Was it
and died.
nerve-wracking?
Nerve whacking.
Nerve whacking.
Nerve-wracking.
Whack my nerves. Whack them straight out of me.
2K on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
16K on Twitch!
Woo!
Wow, the 1 to 8 ratio.
That's fat.
Oh.
L plus ratio.
Any guesses?
Okay.
375.
Ooh, I was gonna say 300.
320 for me.
200. I don't know.
350.
200? That's... you don't give them any credit, Marnia.
Wait, what's the 1% would be? Like 160?
Yeah.
160.
That's only for like really big VTuber or for like really big content creators. Usually like people who are in the
okay.
millions or like hundreds of thousands, they usually end up with like a
Oh.
1% turnaround.
I see.
When you're smaller, it's definitely easier to get a bigger ratio. Oh, and pick up the
I
burping.
see.
All right, everyone, get your answers in, because in just a few seconds, we're going to find out the winner to this answer. Get ready.
2, 1.
Golly!
395.
Now that's big.
Wow.
Now
And
that's
that's-
pretty big.
2,000 on Twitter?
2,000 on Twitter.
Wow.
I wonder if for people like that, like how many of those followers on Twitch or viewers on Twitch are their followers on Twitter? And does that mean their Twitter audience is like higher quality? You know what I mean? Like more interested in their tweets on average?
That's
a
a
good
really
question.
That is a very
That's a
bizarre
really good-
question. Yeah.
That's a loaded question.
Twitter ain't shit. That's the whole premise of this entire segment, Mocha, is that Twitter ain't
Right.
shit but hoes and tricks.
Yep.
Yep. We're just here like actually spitting venom onto people who overvalue Twitter as a whole. I think it's definitely not even spitting on the people. It's spitting on like Twitter itself, I would say.
If you were to
Right.
ask me like just a few months ago, I would say Twitter is actually pretty. You can use it strategically when you're really small and just starting.
Yes.
But now with all of the like Twitter blue algorithm changes, I am way more pessimistic about that, and I don't think it's very useful as a platform for small streamers anymore.
I feel like
I
YouTube community posts would be more valuable.
Oh
honestly.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
You have a good point there. Twitch needs a social media platform built into it. Like
Twitch is missing out on so much.
I just want to be able to like type really fast, like, hey, stream's gonna be delayed 30 minutes or so, like straight onto Twitch instead of having to go to Twitter and
Yeah.
do it. Right?
Like if they're late for their stream, maybe they'll show up live, but like a little like a clock is next to their name showing that they're gonna be late or something like that.
Yeah.
Won't that be badass?
That would be a really cool update.
Right?
Man, fucking hire me, Jesus. What do I
Or
need
like
to do?
post your schedule, like not using that Twitch weird schedule thingy, but like actually post a picture of a schedule onto Twitch.
Yeah, like a custom.
Right, that would be nice.
I just wish it was easier
True.
to view people's profiles.
Yeah.
It's so clunky, Twitch is. It's like juggling a fushigi ball.
Hello.
That's a throwback reference.
a
Only
reference.
the true Cobwebs and Dustbunny fans would know that reference.
That's right. It's fushigi. All right.
Bushigi's nuts.
No, don't laugh. Let her sit in solemn silence.
I can't help it.
Reminds me of a bar in one of
Facts?
Maury Calliope's songs.
Yeah.
You want a balanced following, then start creating Stop Tweeting. I feel like all the numbers we've seen so far just back up the fact like whatever you're investing the most effort into is where you're going to
What's
get the
gonna
most
grow.
return.
Lives rent
Yeah.
You
free
spend all
in my
day on
brain.
Twitter, that's where you're going to get your followers, not on Twitch. This also, going back to those case studies I've been doing on the side, that's also the thing that I've found. The people who've had the most growth on Twitch stream the most on Twitch. The people who are doing it 4 hours a day, like every day, like 5 days a week minimum, I'd say is the minimum for like you want to pivot to full time.
What a badass.
Absolutely.
It's also why so few people do it, because it's hard. It takes
is
so
really
much
hard.
time.
The fear that you'll one day run out of things to talk about on stream, right?
I have that fear right before I stream every day.
Every day.
Oh, me too. Actually, I kind of go in head empty into stream every day, and I just rely on my parasocial relationship with chat to plow me through.
No wonder you're so parasocial. They're your crutch.
They are. They really are.
No, it's okay, Mocha. You're gonna get your laptops, or you're gonna get your new computer soon, and you're gonna pop the fuck off, Queen.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Everyone feels more boring than they are. Bro, I can't hold a conversation if there's not someone there like right in front of me. I feel like that's my weakest link as a streamer. Oh god, I don't want to like dump, but it's very hard sometimes keeping up a conversation when I'm not talking directly to somebody. I don't think I have enough schizophrenia.
It is hard to tap into the schizophrenia.
Yeah. If
You
I
have
could
to
just
go
have
in
a
your mind and be like, what would imaginary Toki say in this scenario?
Yeah, I need to put another Toki on the screen, like my little chibi, and just like, I need to queue up some TTS responses from him, and then maybe talk back to him like a Furby.
Also, I want to
ChatGPT.
clarify something I said
True.
earlier, since Fexref mentioned streaming 4 hours every day doesn't mean you're gonna grow. Right, that is not the point I was trying to make. The data that I've compiled, all of the folks who are doing VTubing full time as indie VTubers specifically, all have one thing in common. Some of them do YouTube, some of them don't. But the one thing they all have in common is they all stream 5 days a week, at least 4 hours a day. I have not found a single person who streams less than that and isn't doing it full time. And this
That's
is
a
data
long
going
time.
back at least like 2 years, 2 or 3 years.
That's a long time.
That's
But yeah, you still need
dedication.
the quality. You still need to be all the other things, entertaining, funny, on top of all everything else. But only some of those people had like permanent forms of content on YouTube or TikTok. Some of them had nothing and only had their Twitch following, and that was astounding to me. But it does take that huge time investment and the patience. Also, I should mention, it took those folks 2 years on average to get to that point as well. So it's not overnight at all.
Nope.
That makes sense.
If you want to do it faster, you probably do need the YouTube and the TikTok and the Twitter.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Shotgun method. Keep making them, send them out there, and then one day one of them is gonna get like a couple 100,000 views, and you might get like 20 followers. Pop off, Queen. I don't know. I actually feel better talking about the numbers, even putting it into perspective that it can be daunting and like nerve-wracking.
I would love to just like, as a group of VTubers, put a dent in the perception that thinking or paying attention to your like viewer count or follower count is bad. I think you have to be emotionally equipped for it, but if you want to do it professionally, like every other industry looks at those things and sets benchmarks by those things. And yeah, I don't know, it feels important.
I think that looking at numbers can be important if your goal is growth, but I personally recommend looking at it after stream. I think if you're
Right.
too focused on your numbers during stream, one, I don't want to act any differently when I'm streaming to one
Right.
person versus 90 people.
Oh,
And
right,
also,
of course.
I also think that it's good in a sense to focus on the audience. When I look at my numbers, I feel like I'm distracting myself. It's kind of like when you're talking to someone
True.
directly, you don't want to be doing other things because it shows you don't really care about them, or you might be distracted from them.
Yep.
Right.
I think it's a very good
Long-term
point.
averages are way more important than short-term, like instantaneous numbers.
Exactly. And you can see your stream, your average viewer count, how it looks like throughout your stream too, like for your stream summary.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's really good advice, I feel like too.
Yeah.
I want to bring it up, by the
But-
way, really quick, that I'm very thankful for the amount of participation we have in chat. Everyone's very
I
like
know,
open to
I
giving out
know.
their opinions. And this This is a safe space, everybody. We can all be toxic together. Join us inside the acid bath.
Gee.
Pachi. Yes,
Pachi.
we want to foster an environment where you can speak your mind on the subject at hand.
Yeah, because I get pissed off when I see all these fucking happy tweets on Twitter that are ignoring the reality. What was that tweet that I posted in Discord, Marna? What did it say?
Oh my gosh.
Let me see again.
Hang on. I
got
gotta see it.
I got it. Where is it? You are a good content creator regardless of view count, and it's just like repeating that over and over and over again.
Yeah, like drilling it into your head. Like you might be.
You might be, but maybe like if you've been low view count and you're doing your goddamnedest, there's time for self-reflection.
Or you gotta change something, like maybe the time you start streaming or the game you're streaming or something.
Maybe you need to do some more social networking through like
Maybe.
like TikToks and YouTube Shorts. Those are typically the most prominent ones.
Right?
I'm toxic.
I think you overestimate your toxicity, Toki.
Oh no, he says you have no venom.
What the fuck? Am I like an anaconda then?
Oh my gosh, you're like Edward Brock. You're like a symbiote.
A what?
What?
I am not bi, thank you very much.
You're like a king snake or a milk snake instead of a what's it called
Oh
again?
my god, he's a milk snake. We can milk that.
Please do not put me and milking in the same word. I'm not that toxic? Okay, good. I'm so untoxic, I'm not a snake. I'm a belt. Oh, that's something I can only take with a straight face from a cowboy.
Are there more slides to this?
There should be,
There's
yeah.
a little bit.
You guys ready?
I think, yeah.
I'm
I
ready.
think that's all the examples though.
I had my ears removed. God damn it. I'm just a normal guy now. Why does this happen?
I think we discussed this on a whole, but I would like to know why do you think that this happens?
Ooh, this is like our we'll go down the line starting with Kumo.
I think some people find that they're good at Twitter and they understand Twitter, and they stick to it because you get that positive feedback loop, right? Some people are pro memers. They make great memes, and then they, I don't know, either their original goal changes or they forget that their goal was to grow on Twitch.
Fuck,
Okay.
that hits. Oh,
Okay.
I'm frozen.
Oh no!
I got my ears removed and it was kind of like, you know when
Wake up, Toki! Wake up!
do you guys
He's
know when
went
you
into
put like
shock.
have you guys ever seen like a cat have like a potato bag chip clip on the back of their neck and they
Oh,
just freeze in
yeah.
place?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That happened to
I
me
do
just
that
now.
to my cats.
What the fuck? That's torture.
No, it doesn't hurt them, but it lets me clip their nails easier.
Oh, true.
Oh, true.
That's such a smart idea. Oh my god, you just changed my life, Marna.
That's so cute. I
Right?
wish I worked with Latte.
Oh, I don't know if it'll work with dog.
Chip clip
I
his,
wish it worked with
his
latte.
fucking his squishy ass.
Oh, it's so squishy. He has no
Aw.
ass. He has negative ass, but for some reason, when you touch it, it's like so bouncy.
Oh, cute.
Why do I think this happens? If I really think about it, I think it really just falls under like what kind of promotion you can do for yourself, like what kind of assets you can put out there, because Twitter's a very visual platform. I find myself scrolling a lot looking for the things that catch my eye and not actually reading everything. Like sometimes I might even pass by some of my like close friends' tweets because I didn't notice it, because either A, it's not attributed with an image, or B, the image doesn't pop out in my brain. Like, I guess it's like Zoomer mentality. I need funny colors to just like grab my attention, like I'm a baby.
It's also how the algorithm works.
It's also part
Tweets
of
with
the
images and
algorithm.
videos
Yeah,
are
that's
literally
true.
hard-coded to be boosted more.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because they are hard-coded to boost more, but I feel like videos don't do as well as pictures just because I think it's an attention span thing too.
Yes, I think Twitter's attention span is
Yeah.
very short, even shorter
Yeah,
than
yeah,
TikTok's, I
yeah.
would even say. Unless you're watching
Absolutely.
a Mario movie illegally. Please don't put me in jail. What do you think, Miri? Why do you think there's a discrepancy between Twitch and Twitter?
I think it's where you put your attention and focus on. It's literally like if you put more of your attention and time into Twitter, it's gonna naturally grow. But if you put more attention and time into Twitch, some people don't even pay attention to Twitter. I know people who started on Twitch and didn't have a Twitter until recently. So there's like a lot of different factors. It's hard to pinpoint what exactly is the main factor. Probably can change case by case too.
So that makes sense. That makes sense. So, spoiler alert!
Spoiler.
You guys might know I am the author of this PowerPoint. And
You're the toxic one. Everyone, spit on her.
I am. So I had the privilege of seeing these accounts and gathering this information, and I wrote down in some of this the bullet points in this slide of just some things I noticed about these big tweeters but not so big twitchers. So if you can clicky clicky clicky, these are just some observations.
How many are there? Like 3?
I think just 3 or 4.
Oh, 4? 5? Okay,
Yeah,
that's 4.
that's it.
4,
Okay,
basically.
5. Yeah. So, I noticed they do post multiple times on Twitter a day. And these aren't all of them. They QRT a lot of controversial posts and then add their own take to it, and then that kind of takes off too.
Marna, give me 1 second. I just got rated, and I want to catch everybody up to what we're talking about, because this is the juiciest. This is the juiciest part of the podcast tonight. This is actually this is epicenter toxicity. Ginny, and it's great that Ginny rated me, because I know Ginny's audience. Yo, thank you. And I want to say thank you for the raid, Ginny. I hope you had a great stream. What were you doing? What were you fucking doing? Oh god, you're playing Keep Talking? Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
That sounds fun.
I actually feel like Ginny's would be really good at defusing a bomb for some reason. Is that weird? I don't know.
No, I
Some people just have that bomb diffusing personality.
Yeah, I feel like even under the worst pressure, she's just like, she's cool as a fucking potato.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But to catch you guys all you raiders, we're talking about Twitter discrepancies with their Twitch view count, which is admittedly very toxic. And if you guys like that kind of shit, you guys follow Ginny, so I know you guys like controversial takes.
It's kind of a loaded topic.
It is a very loaded topic. We took some real life examples of different VTubers and compared their Twitter to Twitch view counts and followings, and that was pretty fun. And right now we're dissecting the reasons why we think that happens. All right, and
yes,
sign
we are
Marna.
talking.
Go ahead.
So yeah, we covered the first 2. They do post multiple times a day. Some of them like to QRT some really like hot topics or like a controversial post, and then have their own take on top of it, and that blows up. And they get really good numbers for those like hot takes too. And then of course lewd posting, even like the same lewd image once a day with like, remember the old like trend on Twitter where there would be like a lewd picture of their VTuber and they would be like or RT or message to do this certain lewd action to me. Yeah! Those VTubers have like pretty big followings too. Right?
It subtly insinuates, like, it reminds someone like, hey, you should interact with this. They're like, oh yeah, maybe I should. Yeah.
Oh, I hated that too.
I don't think it's inherently a bad thing. I think if you're trying to build on Twitter, it's not a bad thing. Like if that's where your target demographic is, if that's what you enjoy doing, that's where your dopamine hits come from.
It does, but all it does is it's only good for your Twitter, basically.
I agree.
It doesn't translate over to Twitch at all.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the core of it. Yeah, that's
right.
It doesn't translate because it's a Twitter, like, it's strictly a Twitter thing.
Yeah. Right.
Are we getting canceled yet? Not as bad as you, Jenny.
And then last thing I noticed is a lot of them, when they stream, it is often a collab with like maybe 3 or 4 more other people.
Oh, shit, what are we doing?
What?
I wouldn't have expected that. I'm more curious about that actually. I'd never realized that was a trend.
It is. I noticed like, yeah. So these big people with big Twitter accounts, they have a lot of big VTuber friends. They collab more often, I feel like. And a lot of times it looks like their collab it's not, well, oh my god, this is gonna be so bad now.
It's all right.
It's
I know what you're
not
gonna
like
say.
well produced like how Toki is doing it here. It's like, you know, last minute PNGs or not even PNGs on screen, just like voices from their Discord call going on while they
collabs. Among Us collabs where there's 16 people and they're yelling on top of each
so
other.
Chaotic. Yeah.
Among Us is chaotic, but I see it even with like FPS games like Valo or Fortnite or things like that too. Overwatch, yeah.
Definitely games with like callouts, Apex Legends and Valorant, those FPS types are they definitely suffer a lot from collabs because people are just talking over each other. So you don't get the raw, juicy potential that the streamer that you're trying to watch can offer to you. And I've had this opinion too, where I don't like watching streamers that do like huge ass collabs a lot of the times, because I usually when I go to the streamer, I go for them, and like 1 or 2 people I'm okay with. Like my max is 4 people on a stream, because I think that's the easiest like way to balance it. Everyone's got to check and balance. It's not too chaotic and it's not too crowded.
Right. Yeah, I completely agree. I have a hard time. I always thought that maybe this is just how my brain works, but I struggle with more than like 4 voices at a time. I just like literally can't even understand what people are saying. I'm pretty sure that's a common problem, but
It's pretty overwhelming.
in real life too. But what I like about like the way that we run this stream is that we all have attention on chat and acknowledge that. And I wish more collabs did that, where everyone was talking to the same chat. And that might be a limitation of Twitch too. I feel like that's a feature Twitch could build, is shared chat.
Oh
that could
yeah.
be really hard too, because I know that
yeah.
like, shared chat would be a game changing. Like if you had everybody in this, like everybody's audience in one chat. Because I was gonna say,
awesome.
I notice a lot with collabs with multiple people streaming, it really does divide the audience. So usually a lot of my friends will want to stream on one end, but sometimes it's nice to have the other perspectives, but it does, again, divide the audience.
Ooh, Yoichi brings up a very good point too. Sorry, Marta, I didn't mean to cut you.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, I heard you take a breath, and I guess you were just gasping for air. Don't forget to breathe, everybody.
Oh, I need to breathe. Hang on, I gotta breathe.
Don't forget to breathe.
Grembo mentions that they have auditory sensitivities, and collabs just like they knock that shit out of the park. So very ruckus, yeah, raucous, RAU, like raucous collabs will definitely trigger a lot of people's like sensitivities like that. And I think there is room to be a little bit less chaotic, even as a chaotic streamer. I think there's a time and place for chaos.
Not to stroke our egos or anything, but we're also really well behaved and like wait our turn to talk and stuff here. And I think that makes a huge difference in a collab too.
I love you guys for that so much. There was a stream where I was playing a game with quite a few numbers of people, and one person would constantly like refuse to mute their mic while referring back to their own personal chat. I was going to lose my shit. It was you, Miri. I fucking hate you. I hate your guts, and I want to slap you right upside the head like Kevin Hart got.
Not gonna lie, I think that is the limitation for a lot of people too. I'm lucky enough that as a boomer, I have Zoomer friends who will teach me how to use technology and control my audio settings. But I didn't know that off the bat. I think a lot of people struggle in VTubing, especially with how to set up and what are the best settings, and does mics even matter? Does my setup even matter? Does having an iPhone matter? You know, I think that impedes a lot of people in the initial setup of becoming a VTuber.
I think it's definitely, it shouldn't be a barrier. If you have the tools to get started, you should. I also am on the side that I think quality is very important to providing a good experience for viewers. And also I'm an audiophile, I guess. I've come to terms with it.
I remember, Togi, one of our first interactions was like we both agreed that audio is like the most important thing that we valued in our streams or something.
Yeah. So I get really pissed off when
And coincidentally, we have almost an identical audio setup.
I wish our voices lent to each other's like preset. I got your preset, but I still had to fuck around with it because my voice just doesn't. It's not yours, man. I don't have the
Audio's hard. Audio's hard. Maybe that's a good future podcast topic.
Audio is important. Write that down.
Audio is important.
I feel like folks could use a little audio tutorial. There's a lot of fundamentals that once you learn, it gets a lot easier, but it's mostly jargon.
Absolutely. I really want to know more about audio, so that I'm interested in that too.
It's way too hard to learn.
It's actually like what Yoichi said in chat kind of caught my eye a little. The overarching thing related to the discussion that no one's mentioned yet is observing a lot of people that get too fixated on the hows, whys, what's, who's before that they end up tanking their own growth. I think that a lot of people do fixate
That's
like
me.
But you know how some people are like, I can't do X until I have Y?
Yeah!
To do it, but they don't do it because they're like, it needs to be just perfect. Whereas like sometimes you could have an amazing idea, but no one knows the amazing idea because you haven't done it yet. And by that point, maybe someone else has done it and is known for it, you know? Like I think a lot of people get perfection paralysis. I think that's so true.
Paralysis by analysis.
I don't think you need a lot of things to start per se, but I do think these are all things that can brush up and really do help your stream. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, most of my stream assets are free. I'm not like waiting for overlays or intros or custom music or anything before I start streaming.
Yeah, my stream looks high quality, I'm sure, but literally it's just a window capture, a table, and I stole a YouTube video off of YouTube and made it the background. That's it. It's literally not a lot that goes into Cobwebs and Dustbunnies. I'm sorry to break everyone's disillusion, or everyone's to break the illusion.
Immersion.
The immersion.
My immersion.
My immersion.
Yeah, I'm a lazy motherfucker. The swap is so easy. Look, I can take us back to a bedroom and just look at that. I just have presets. You'll see it on stream in a second.
Ooh.
So we can be cozy inside of a house instead of out in the cosmic abyss.
Oh my god, the outside. We're literally like one wall away from the outside.
Yeah, that's Genshin Impact, by the way.
Oh.
So don't go too far, you might lose your money.
I already got scolded on stream for my gacha addiction.
What happened?
I actually Umbra just sent me like a meme about it. Wait, I'll send it in open chat so you can see. Oh my god, why am I getting roasted today?
Where's open chat?
Let's see.
Open chat. So if you go to Cobwebs and Dustbunnies, it's the open chat in there.
I see. What are you buying? There's no what are you selling because you're only buying there.
True.
Scab addict.
That's so funny.
But it's funny, I kind of definitely lean on that side too, where sometimes I think I need everything to start, and I do get disheartened when it doesn't end up the way that I picture it. But you don't technically need all those things. Those things are just like the cherry on top.
I agree, yeah.
Absolutely.
Next on the bullet point, because we're really good at exacerbating each point, which is a good thing.
I know.
Does exacerbate have a negative or positive connotation? Is it negative?
Exacerbate is usually like, you know, like
Extrapolate?
exacerbating a wound. It's like festering. It's.
That's negative.
Yeah.
Extrapolate's a better word. Like what Marna said.
Yeah.
There's more?
Extrapolate.
There's absolutely more.
No, I think that's it.
We didn't talk about lewd posting, did we?
We covered it briefly.
Briefly.
We covered briefly.
Everyone, I've got bad news. Sex sells.
True.
And unfortunately, Toki has no dick, no balls, so he's having.
Yeah, that's why I'm stunted, because I have no dick and no balls. That's why my
That's
growth
why
is
you're-
terrible.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so as soon as I get those back.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Kumo's doing, Kumo's doing good. He's got his nipple out.
No.
Oh, I see. That's why.
I was thinking about taking
my one nipple.
Your one nipple carries
He's a
your
uni
streaks.
nipple.
how could I have been so blind to not have seen that my streams and my being is carried by my one nipple?
Imagine if you took the other side of your shoulder thing off.
I'll come.
That'd be a bad news for everyone because the other nipple doesn't exist.
Oh no! Well, I guess
Trust
I
me,
gotta
I've
come
checked.
say
It's like
hi,
your nip.
Kumo's one nipple when I come in the stream.
I'm gonna make an alt account now. Kumo's only nipple. How do you guys feel about lewd posting on Twitter? I don't think I have a general opinion about it, actually. If I see some lewds, I'm like, that's nice.
I feel like they're selling themselves too easily, and that they should actually put that stuff on like Patreon.
Oh.
Personally, don't really care as long as one, you're comfortable with it, but two, that you make sure that your space is an 18+ space. Like you can't stop people from encroaching on that space, especially because it is the nature of the internet. But I think as long as you put that precaution out there that you show this is what I care about on my stream, this is what I care, like who gets to see it or what I personally want, who I personally want to see it. I think that's important, making a stance. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Real quick, I
Kumo?
adjusted my mic really quick, so if I sound too loud, I'm sorry.
You sound okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just
I don't have strong opinions about lewd posting other than I'm one of the few people I think who doesn't want to see it, especially because I like to be able to browse Twitter while I'm at work. And if I am following someone who lewd posts a lot, I have to unfollow them. Pretty much.
Yeah. I think they're okay lewd posting as long as they're aware that it doesn't, their success there doesn't translate over to Twitch because, you know, Twitch TOS and stuff,
True.
right?
Very true.
Right? So, what is their plan outside of Twitter, basically?
What if it translates into ASMR?
Oh, that I can get behind.
Does it mean,
That I can get
Using
behind.
it ASMR.
even though most
not,
people use
I'm
ASMR
not.
for relaxation, there is definitely there's a correlation between sex and ASMR. So I could definitely see lewd posting being beneficial for
Oh my
promoting ASMR.
That's why I don't
Right.
like ASMR. I'm asexual.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You put the ace in
Actually-
ASMR.
And so, like, they have to have a plan outside of Twitter, right? I mean, it goes for more than lewd posting, but especially those people who just only do lewd posting, it has to go outside of Twitter. So you better have like a plan for where do you want this success to go? ASMR is a great option, but like, if you're actually gonna be a lewd tuber, like, are you gonna go onto that like Chatterbait website and stream there?
Ooh, man. Go to kick.com so you don't have to worry about... Oh, man.
Right?
If you guys don't know about
I mean,
Kick...
some of them do OnlyFans and stuff, right? So I think some of them it's very, very intentional. I get
If
a little
it's intentional.
surprised, and I don't know if this is the right reaction. Maybe this is the thing that will actually cancel me. But I'm always a little bit surprised when people are like, why are people being so lewd back to me when I'm a lewd tuber? Like, just because I'm a lewd tuber, don't comment dirty things on my stuff. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like you're getting back a little bit what you're putting out.
No, I think consent is a huge thing, like, no matter what, in my opinion. And that goes for, like, it isn't just, like, sex. It is, of course, like, when you approach someone sexually. I think it should be made known what you feel comfortable with and what you don't feel comfortable with. Boundaries is a huge thing. And it's the same way for both sides, what you put out and what you take in. I think you have a level of consent for both ways.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we exhausted lewd posting.
I think so.
Good. Good.
I want to spend more
Right.
time on Papa Kumo's nip slip.
Yeah, if you can pull yourself up from your bootstraps, kid.
For my bootstraps, wait,
Oh, wow, look at that.
the one nip.
The pep.
You know what's funny too is people were telling me before I debuted, like, hey, you better be careful, Twitch doesn't allow nipples. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that only applies to women, but just in case, I made sure that my nipple was removable.
Wait, Could you hand it to me? Just pass it under the table really quick.
Oh yeah, hang on.
God, no.
Okay, I got it.
Oh,
Table nip.
oh God.
Oh my god.
What is that noise?
Oh my god.
Did I get it?
I think you got it.
Oh, okay. Sorry about the blood.
That's fine.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, you want to know how to make a nipple removable? You just in VTube Studio, you just change it to flesh color.
Oh.
I mean, I guess a nipple
that
is
makes
already flesh,
sense.
but make it the same color as the rest
Make
of
it the same
the,
flesh.
the peck.
God, what a fucking disgusting topic.
Just what I want.
You got to be ready for anything. You never know when Jeff Bezos is gonna be like, you know what, that nip goes too far.
It'd be cool if your nipple was also disguised as like a 007 like spy gadget, so you could throw it like a detonating mine.
Oh my god, make one of the O's the actual nipple.
Wow.
Double nip 7. Except no, it'd just be 07 for Kumo.
Oh my god, if you make it a 7, does that make it a boomerang nip?
What does that even mean?
The O is the nip, not the 7, dump ass.
It comes around, it goes around, comes around.
Oh my gosh.
All right, everybody. Here's the end of the slides.
So I totally doxed myself as the author here anyways.
Oh my god.
So during the making of this presentation, Marna did the following. I closed Twitter 12 times by accident while searching for VTubers. I searched myself on Twitch Tracker 8 times just to look at my own numbers. I forgot what I was doing about 6 times. I looked up the same VTuber 4 times. I closed Twitch Tracker by accident 4 times as well. And lastly, thank you to Rice Cloud on YouTube for the cozy keyboard ASMR that helped me throughout making this presentation.
Yo, shout outs to keyboard ASMR. That shit sounds like a
Yeah.
hamster eating nuts.
Oh my god, it's so nice. It is so nice. Is it possible to show them?
Yeah, keyboard ASMR is
Is
pretty gender
It's so
neutral, I would
nice.
say, so we can pull it up.
Gender neutral.
Gender neutral
How did you
ASMR.
keep track of this?
I only listen to gendered keyboard ASMR. Thank you very much.
Is that like when people
Actually,
have like
I'm
the
with
pen and
Miri.
it's like a blue pen or a pink pen?
Oh yeah, probably. I'm with Miri though. ASMR does nothing for me.
Shh. Quiet time.
It's so cozy. I literally listened to this on repeat twice.
I like the little LED candle.
She has like
Chat
nine
shitters.
9 different keyboards too.
So thank you to Rice Cloud for your delicious
Thank you,
ASMR.
Rice Cloud. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Does anybody have any closing statements for what we experienced tonight together?
Nip slip.
If your goal is to grow on Twitch, focus on Twitch. Twitter's kind of fucking
Exactly.
stupid, especially now.
Exactly. So that's the takeaway for me too.
I think also
Don't-
be flexible too, because what works one day might not work the next day. You gotta be able to change and adapt.
That's a really good point.
You try to post the most inane things on Twitter. You posted us as Furbies, and I will never forget this debt that I owe you.
Oh my
I
god.
know. I know.
They did that?
Yes.
That was Grembo, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm...
I like when Grembo posted the banana. Did you guys see the
I-
banana?
I don't think so.
Oh, you have to, you have to
Those
see the
Furbies
banana.
want me.
No.
The Furbies are great.
I love the
Miri.
Furbies.
I will never forget.
Yes.
Oh,
How did you? Yoichi, how did you forget that you made a Kumo Furby? You DM'd me and asked me if it looked too much like a penis.
Wait, there's a certain kind of Furby I want remade as you guys. Can I show you guys?
Yes, I'll pull it up.
Okay, hold on. I need to find it. Oh my god,
Yeah.
you made Marna into a squeaky toy.
oh
Wait,
my
who did I
gosh.
send this to?
Touch
yeah.
Fuzzy, get dizzy.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
brother.
touch some fuzzy after this stream. You know what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
I posted it in the open chat again.
Okay.
Oh my god!
What the fuck is this?
I want this version with all of you.
Yes!
Oh
looks like
yeah, I love
SCP.
that. Throw it on screen. Throw it on screen.
Throw it and put it on the screen.
Oh, I thought I did. Oops.
These
Open
these
in
these things
browser.
are my spirit animal. I love these guys.
Oh my god.
It's horrifying.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Bro,
It's
it's
a Furby?
tiny. That's a Furby.
Why's it got a vodka bottle?
It's a long man.
I thought our
Is that a
Furbies were long.
vape? Is that
That's
Furby
the
vaping?
Rizzler.
Maybe it is a vape.
I
Maybe it
thought
is.
that
No,
was
I think it's. Is it a
bottle
vape?
of beer,
I thought
is
it was
it
a
a
bottle of
vape?
beer.
right?
I can't tell.
It
It's
might
like
be a vape.
lavender.
Lavender
Maybe.
Furby.
Oh,
fuck is
it's
that
so
thing? It's a-
good.
It's a long
If
boy.
you want one with alcohol, though, I did find one with alcohol.
Do we have to see it?
Oh shoot. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god.
If I have to
Ew.
see it, then you have
gosh.
to see it.
Oh gosh.
Why does it look like a full body suit?
Oh my gosh.
Bro.
Are you okay?
No, I'm hurt and in pain, and this is why I have to share it.
Oh my gosh. That's a Smirnoff or something.
That is Zap. Yeah, maybe a Smirnoff.
It kind of looks like a Smirnoff.
Oh my god.
Are you okay that this comment says?
Are
Oh
you
my
okay?
gosh. You know what? I'm less okay the more that I scroll down on this Google image search. I just found a Teletubby version.
You know, I think that's enough for the show and tell today.
Show and Teletubby.
Show and tell a tubby.
Show and Teletubby. That's gonna haunt me forever.
You're welcome. Sleep
You
paralysis.
guys want to know a
that's all I wanted to
secret?
part.
Yeah.
I have a dark secret I've never told anyone. Before before Mid Journey came out, you know when DALL-E was like first thing and people were creating like really weird blobby AI images?
Yeah.
That specific iteration of AI I discovered is really good. Better than Mid Journey and all these things now. Really good at generating cursed long Furby images. And I spent maybe 9 consecutive hours just generating long Furbies
That's the bee
for like a
inside of
whole
you.
night.
That's your busy bee.
Oh my god.
That is the serpent inside of you.
What a fucking nightmare this thing is. Well, Miri, and of course, my lovely co-hosts, thank you guys very much for another successful podcast. I had a wonderful time. I think there's a lot of insight that we gained from one another tonight, and I hope this journey was just as spiritual for the chat as it was for me.
Can we keep Miri? I like Miri.
No, unfortunately, her euthanization's gonna be next week.
I thought it was today.
No, you have to
Wait a
suffer
whole
a
week.
little. You have to suffer a little longer.
Didn't pay for the fast pass.
Euthanization fast pass. That's so morbid.
Man.
Fex, go the fuck to sleep. It's about
my
time you get
gosh.
some bedtime.
Okay, we gotta put them to bed.
Yeah,
Bedtime.
put Miri to sleep and then put Fexy to bed. Alright, thank you guys once again. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. This was episode 5 of Cobwebs and Dustbunnies, and hopefully we'll be doing more collaborations with new guests, like every so often. I don't know if like every other time or like every other time would be good, but we'll talk more about it in the back scenes, you know.
Right?
But I hope you guys enjoyed our first guest appearance, and I couldn't have asked
Right?
for a
No.
better co-host than Zamiri, so thank you very much,
Who?
Miri.
Who the
Yeah.
fuck? Who's that?
Literally me, Re.
Ree.
Alright,
Me, Re.
I'm actually going to raid out tonight, if that's okay.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I've literally never done that because I'm a dump ass.
Yeah.
So let's go find somebody to raid really quick. Who's on the Twitch?
A lot of people.
Oh,
It is Friday, yeah.
Travis is streaming. Amat-chan is streaming. Lumi Mari is streaming.
I can look at my
Shadow?
Twitch feed! I can see it!
What?
Guess who else is streaming?
You?
Chibi Doki, let's go raid a 1,800 viewer
Oh
stream.
my god, no! No!
like a
I feel
flawless
so
plan.
self-conscious doing that.
Oh my god. Wait. she's playing Five Nights at Freddy's. I want to raid Travis.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a great Friday night stream, like game. Friday nights at Freddy's, and it's also good because the new movie's coming out very soon. Is it soon? I can't remember.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Five Nights at Freddy's movie, yeah. I want to watch that.
Oh, it's gonna be a Halloween movie?
Ooh.
Oh, is it?
That's what I hear.
If
I hear
it's
it comes out in
October.
Oh, okay. Then I'm excited for that.
Hey.
Let's illegally torrent and watch it on the Cobwebs and Dustbunnies podcast.
Yes,
Yeah.
it'll be on Twitter.
Wow.
Don't say the T word.
Oh, sorry. Let's steal it illegally. Everyone, have a great night. It was wonderful having you, and I hope to see you all next week again, where we talk about what was it, Kuma? Did you write it down? Because I didn't.
I already forgot.
Damn. We're our own worst enemy. Nothing.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Wait, what was it?
Neopets being owned by a cult.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
my
the evolutionists or whatever.
Scientologists.
The Scientologists. Yeah.
Sayonara.
Yeah.
The Sayonara's.
Sayonara's.
Next week, we're going to talk about Neopets and how they're owned by fascists. You guys ready for that?
Oh.
There's a real possibility there'll be a hit out on us after the next podcast.
Oh my god.
Oh, I can't wait for that arc of Cobwebs and Dustbunnies.
Oh my god.
All right,
I'll
everyone.
never be ready for this.
Let's say goodbye. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oyasumi.